Don't let them take you out, your spirit gotta stay focused. Can't go back living how I was, cause it's repulsive. I don't ask for much, that's all I ever wanted. And not killing, die behind it, you can quote me. Yeah, these hoes for the streets, they ain't holy. I ain't pulling up, it's spiritual when devils kiss your boots. We ain't no cowards, please don't say what you gon' do. Or post something on the internet you think you gotta prove. Cause I got Karak Ice, I got Shia War, got Kasarpakai, I got Imawan, got Kabataban, I got Tazaba, got Kakamaima, got Karanyala, got Yaragabar, Tribe it's a car, bring out Gobble War. Couple young men in this bitch with an olive oil. If you ain't in these ranks, then you out of order. It's a time for everything right now, it's time for war. And I'm still the same nigga when I'm not recording. I pull up, shoot from half like I'm Michael Jordan. I don't think they fit to join the Lord's army. I survived a Christian church, moral of the story. I done beat so many demons, I got war stories. Garment look so hardcore, look like I morphed on him. Appetite for battle, yeah, I'm war hungry. I ain't choose this life, the Lord chose me. I'm a certified priest and I don't take that lightly. How I feel about this shit, yeah, I can't describe it. I know they mad at me, cause I can't trust the white man. I gird up my loins and did something mighty. Yeah, what's done in private, it's gonna come to light. Speak the truth into these bones and watch them come to life. All my friends are dead, let loose all the plagues, yeah.
I mean, that shit look easy, how bitches come and they greet me, they teach me. Bitches ain't shit and they never will be, I still see hoes on my nuts, but they can't feel me. But really though, I'm in beast mode with the flow. And it's 10 in the morning, I get up and this you know that I look into the mirror through my eyes, I see my soul. I see a true ass priest, Prince of Israel, yes bro. I be freshin' up, wash up, a true nigga. Throw on my goal, it should go, you know me, cuz. Slip out the door with my fourth dimension cologne. Shout out TLC, Israel, you know what we own. Then I call up, cut the sound. Wasn't much, just refresh with some young stars. Make some noise with this music, with some lost tribes. Yeah, nigga, yeah. Now I know that times may change, but bitch, I'm still the same. Yeah, and I know this a crazy ass game. They really ain't a thing. And they know that gun gon' bang. Ain't tryna die today. Whoa, and they know what we all gon' say. Bitch on UPK, hey bitch on UPK. I can't even think about you right now. Yeah, I'm chillin' with the homies and you know how I put down. I'm cool and I'm just sippin' while fucking with these little bitches. Ice up on my neck, got these hoes so consistent and so relentless that I just come back with stats in my backpack. I gotta make a track. Man, fuck what they talking about, that bitch is a net. Now I don't smoke no crap, but showing a nigga from the back. I just on the block, now these bitches won't come out. Me and Cud chillin', got Modelos in the south. Niggas be muggin', but I name it in their mouth. Cause they know how Prince Sharp Mom put it down. Down, did it down. Hot in my coupe cruising around town. AR in the back on the ground. Glizzy on the mount. Bitches want water like I'm a fountain. They follow to the house. Well, shit, this ain't even my house. But, top fast bitches, they wanna lounge. Want me dog it out like a hound. But look what I found. When you're up, they all wanna come around. But when you're down, they just kick you on the ground. Lame ass nigga, he that bitch master. Lame ass buster, you fucking cracker. Judas ass boy, yeah, backstabber. Yeah.
I'ma show him it's a difference. I'ma only say this once, you better listen. When West is where it started, so you know that's where it finished. We got one main objective, nigga, let's complete the mission. We explaining what the who, lead them bitches in they feelings. Snub on me, only time I put my nose inside your business. I don't want my gun to show, so I wear my shirt bigger. This is our world, cause if this was your world, I'd be the villain. Break his whole block down, all I gotta do is finish. Stuffing Mac shell drums, turn your crib to Sunday dinner. You don't live here, you visit, this my shit, it's a difference. I don't do lean, Lobos in my cup is what I'm sipping. I don't do dreams, I just say a prayer, go and get it. And it all work out, you know this ain't for play, this ain't for fun. I've been destined for this shit, niggas know that I'm the one. This shit can go 100 yards, you would think I kicked a punt. You would think I had a flare gun on go, you niggas run. They like he an Israelite, all he rap about is guns. Bitch, I'm an Israelite that own a lot of guns. What that nigga said who? Tell him watch the grind. Yeah, you must be crazy if you ever think of stopping mine. Knock all of the chains out you niggas, make them drop a dime. This tourist hold 12, it is not a zodiac sign. Piss me off, get me in my bag, make me drop a bomb, drop a nuke, make the world freeze, I can stop the time. Watch what you do, cause once you do it, you can't press rewind. On purpose, I do the opposite, so nigga cross the line. This is different, I ain't looking for trouble, but on point, case you think I rap. Turn him to a vegetable, lead this nigga cabbage patch. No new niggas with me, if you see him, then they got my back. Got it out the mud, big stepping, you can see the tracks, follow me. I could teach you something, have her see relax. If you gonna speak on anything, just make sure it's fact. It's a difference, we are not the same, help them notice that. Pay attention, watch how we move, we can know we can't. Hang around all real niggas and we move as one. This ain't Fortnite, get into it, ain't no 1v1. The smoke I bring to you, you can't take it in with your lung. Life about warfare, we just make it look fun. She asked what kind of oil I got on, I told her give them some. When what's the only real niggas left, you better get you one. Chicken shop, giving out wings if I pull a drum. It's a difference, you better watch your words before you eat your tongue. Scrape the whole plate, not a trace nor leave a crumb. Ice falling off the watching chain like it's freezer burn. Daring somebody to say my name, I would eat to him. Loyalty means everything, so I don't eat with them.
I just wanna see my enemies fall. Yeah. Hey, look, I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Trying to build my own city, homie. Enough room to put my niggas on it. Just start a couple business on it. Fuck any heathen never shitted on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my rear view. Gold rolls, what I still do. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes. And all you fuck niggas that's gon' hate. Daily pray to God I don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Only certain niggas, they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Don't get up out of bounds, homie. Got killers with them rounds on them. Look like I'm fed from the drum. Look, don't make me make the reaper rain down on them. I can give a fuck if you rock blue. And I was Suwu from the Fruit Town crew. Cops still shoot us every time we move. They hate you, nigga, like they hate me too. Just know that brotherhood is a weapon. Build another zone, get protected. Too many sisters in the city been molested. Now I'm stacking soldiers off the block like it's Tetris. Woo. Know that truth, it give you chills, don't it? Steady ringing in your ears, won't it? If I'm blessed to make a meal, I'ma bust that shit down with my real homies. I just wanna bow.
Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna ball. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna ball. And I hope you ball too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna ball. Hey. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bop. Hey. Yeah. Tired them children. They grew up with parents strung out on drugs. Yeah. I just wanna ball. Hope you do too. And I hope you do too. Yeah. Man, to the brother that had a real. And she left him for whatever reason. Yeah. I just wanna bow. I hope you do too. And to the sister, you know what I'm saying, that had that nigga leaving. Yeah. Nigga, I just wanna bow. So my niggas is locked up. I hope you do too. Man, I hope you niggas see the light of day. Yeah, I just wanna bow. Yeah, I just wanna bow.
Hey, yo, Habana.
Hey, y'all, what's up, Adawan?
Yo, you know we got to do it again.
Damn right.
They're killing us in these streets, you know?
Yeah, man, this shit crazy.
Let's rise.
Let's get it.
My heart goes out to all of my brothers who been shot by the cops. Can't trust the undercover. Cold-blooded the way they did to Mitch Stanley. Shot him in front of his own home with his family. Innocent black man killed once again. To the hands of these crooked cops, they ain't your friend. Hunters down, they bloodthirsty men. Guns down, walk free and they win.
They killing us like George Floyd. Put a knee to your neck while they hold you down. You can't run, they'll gun you down if you drive away like Andrew Brown. Same way they did Matthew Williams. He had a knife, but they ain't have to kill him. Lied on him, say he lunged at him. He tried to flee, they shot their guns at him.
It ain't gotta be nighttime, it can be broad daylight. Get out your car, try to get back in, they'll kill you like Dante Wright. If you think cops like us, they don't, they hate us with all they might. When they pull you over, guns drawn, finger on trigger, they don't play fight.
Nah, they don't play right. They don't give a fuck about witnesses. Gotta really show them what the business is. Why they out here killing kids, and we see what it really is. Got me losing my appetite, and the bitches harassing you at the light. When you feel you gon' die, then it's fight or flight. That's what happened to Rodney Applewhite.
Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us. They killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us. They killing us.
Never will understand. We living in fear. We killed every day because they got the upper hand. They done murdered another man. Yeah, his name Joshua Feast. Kicking his body, he lay in the streets. It's the belly of the beast. That's why we say fuck the police. Fuck.
Crooked cops stay stalking. Kurt Reinhold murdered for jaywalking. Damn. Pull me over, I hand you my gun license. I ain't doing no talking. Yeah. Justice for McHale Rose, murdered by police at 19 years old. They said he had burglarized some place, but that was a lie. Let the story be told.
They live by it, they gon' die by it. Understand what I really mean. Shoot a nigga while he handcuffed in a seatbelt that was really green. Patiently waiting for the Lord's vengeance. In the UPK, we got the illest team. All devils, they must die. Cut their heads off with a guillotine.
Right. AJ Crones and Sensitive Peers, y'all gon' learn who they are. That's right. The cops massacred these two young brothers and shot at their car. These devils can't help us, it's one solution, let's not pretend. We begin to police our own neighborhoods, we must defend and bring these homicides to an end. Tired of these cops killing us, every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us. They killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight, they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us.
They killing us. They killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year they killing us.
Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight, they killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. They killing us. They killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. Every day of the year, they killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. When you turn on the news, they killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. In broad daylight, they killing us. Tired of these cops killing us. They killing us. They killing us.
I'm telling you, man. They really ain't gonna believe that I got a baby in my arms while I'm doing this. Little Zahar, man, won't be quiet, but check it out, yo. Playing spades, reminiscing on days before niggas started shooting, we would still catch fades. It's like the world's a lot scarier since crack grenades, and the only thing that we became is rats in a maze. Cause all my brother cares about is trapping in J's. Mine's fucked up from the pills and the haze. Pop said we hard-headed, stuck in our ways, so I've been praying to the Most High that it's just a phase, yo. Hardly surprised and always amazed, especially at what's been getting radio plays, yo. I wanna be the cataclysm of a cataclysm, bomb atomically and take it back to lyricism. But you know nowadays, it seems like it's forbidden. Anybody in the industry knows they ain't fucking with them, and anyone on sign, they wanna be outshined. So I guess it's just me, myself, and all these empty lines. I never knew that being nice would get you penalized. Once you blowing up, they wanna know your penis size. Hoes all staring, saying you got dreamy eyes. And if you ain't fake, they wanna see you demonized. If they be dropping gems, then his flow is El Dorado. A midnight marauder, young desperado with a bravado. That's a hard act to follow. Make your favorite rapper look like amateurs at the Apollo. Yo, and that's a hard pill to swallow. Me and my vato steady painting pictures like Picasso. Feds trying to clock us like Pablo and Gustavo. Go and tell, straight to the Gestapo. Hola muchacho, yo hablo español. El hombre blanco es el diablo. Now I'm going over heads like a poncho. Trying to stack chips with more cheese than some nachos. Why you acting macho? Your whole clique is gato. They ain't want beef, but I feel it like a taco. Yo, don't get it twisted like a rasta. Don't be bringing none of that bullshit into mi casa. You ain't seen this much crack since the Contras. Belly of the beast, we all live inside a monster. That's why I be thanking God I'm alive, tapping into different vibes, penning more than a scribe. Every verse an open letter sent to all the tribes. Lost in the ghetto, steady struggling to survive. Yo, the things I seen with a pair of eyes got me out here living in this life desensitized. Part of the reason that I'm hardly if ever surprised. I've heard the screams of brothers and seen mothers that cried. Seen a soul leave a body right before he died. 23 years old, gunned down before his prime. While your favorite rapper only talking dollar signs. But when our people in trouble, they quiet as a mime. Every day is the struggle, I speak it through these lines. That's how I know they can relate, I speak their daily lives. I'm representing for my nation or the lost tribes. All my people that been locked up ain't seen 25. Cause being born a minority was their first crime. They serve and protect, choking your neck, sever your spine. They murder one of us, no guilty verdict when they try. They wonder why they get no respect and we call them swine. Live in a time where you lose your life and become a vine. Friends turn to t-shirts, corners turn to shrines. And if our leader ain't a Pharisee, then he's a scribe. Cause he ain't coming out unless he thinks he can scrape a dime. Get his name in the paper, face in the lime. The world's black and white and you better pick a side. If I wasn't strong enough, then I would break inside. But I found the truth right before I lost my mind. Sorry, mama, I promised it wouldn't change me, but I would have went insane had I remained the same me. And I know you feel the same way if they slay me. So when I say the white man is the devil, don't blame me. I'm not here to make friends, kiss babies, shake hands for politics. Yo, what's affecting all the college kids? I mean, why did the students shoot up the colleges? Newborns found in shopping bags and garbages. All these problems that nobody acknowledges. Promise you one thing, you gonna acknowledge this. You know what I mean? Like that.
What it do? What it do? What it do? You know. Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
It's Kool-Aid, the nigga that sipped the Kool-Aid. That LaFraud, single barrel and goose. Got the coke going up on a Tuesday. Roast the false prophet like a gourmet souffle. Cause me no say spirit gun like Yusuke. Nigga might run up in that black face like Gucci. Boycott a cracker, kill your favorite rapper. Cause I run with G's like a Green Bay Packer. I chop a Christian like a new machete. When you polygamist, they look at you like R. Kelly. Still these women wanna do me like I'm Akinelli. West Coast sisters love me like a Machiavelli. Make these crackers lick the dust off my boots. We want no cowards in our camp and we ain't taking recruits. My crew the livest, y'all suckers is the jobbers. Niggas run their lives but they damn sure wouldn't try us. Nah, I ain't the same cat who used to break laws. They just rather see me as the same cause. Some rather remain lost. My brain washed with these stained thoughts. I be repping for my niggas riding for the same cause. Cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, then I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Better ask somebody, bitch.
Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass you to stop and ask you to drop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand
stand up, serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm on West for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I'll tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fail. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt. But ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. Try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times and it's death do us part. Look. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the like you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name. So you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing. Ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it. I pity those watching life as it goes by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. In the photo, salute my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. And I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she leave me, say she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah.
You crazy for this one.
I walk, talk, breathe the shit, and I bleed it. You can never move how I move, cause you ain't leading. Gotta be born with the greatness, you can't teach it. I see they tryna copy my style, so be it. I walk, talk, breathe the shit, and I bleed it. You can never move how I move, cause you ain't leading. Gotta be born with the greatness, you can't teach it. I see they tryna copy my style, so it's be just it. Not checkers, I made a move, they all hate it. Know I'm the GOAT, I don't give a fuck who y'all graded. If I decide to take a break, I'm just doing y'all face, so let it go. Don't get a bitch nigga reincarnated. I face the east, I don't know what side y'all facing. Wear masks for what? I want y'all to see who y'all facing. Top of the food chain, I'm the one who y'all chasing. At the finish line, can't be the one who y'all racing. Wherever these shots land, it's gonna turn you to a small acre. Catch them home at work, it's gonna look like a dog ate them. Black mask, beam on a stick, turn into Darth Vader. Feeling like Brown in the chip, who your star player? Don't say it twice, I tell them to get their wave right. Just to shoot it with both hands, keep your stance tight. Control your people, nigga, don't get your man ice. Put it online, they gonna look up, gravesite. I walk, talk, breathe the shit, and I bleed it. You can never move how I move, cause you ain't leading. Gotta be born with the greatness, you can't teach it. I see they tryna copy my style, so be it. I walk, talk, breathe the shit, and I bleed it. You can never move how I move, cause you ain't leading.
Gotta be born with the greatness, you can't teach it. I see they trying to copy my style, so I'ma stay one up on them, cause I don't want even. They woke the beer up and I'm mad, now it's hunting season. Tired of niggas claiming they riding. Give me one reason to air them out, flat on tubes. Yeah, we slow leak. Don't matter if your team full of shooters, nigga, we play defense. 5'7" point guard named Ruger, this bitch a straight demon. Pull up in the Hellcat, make a nigga thank Jesus. Leave him with his eyes wide open, look like he daydreaming. Everybody got the truth when they rap, I tell them so be it. Nobody got the truth when they rap, so we don't believe. Niggas say they Israelites and not black, that's the state we in. Disappear like Thanos with the snap, no matter the state he give a fuck about your personal attack. Nigga is straight heathens, how you sell out when you rap? I'm with the gang meeting, can't even sell out with your rap. You need to change teachers, niggas put us down to come up until they face me then. I walk, talk, breathe the shit, and I bleed it. You can never move how I move, cause you ain't leading. Gotta be born with the greatness, you can't teach it. I see they trying to copy my style, so be it. I walk, talk, breathe the shit, and I bleed it. You can never move how I move, cause you ain't leading. Gotta be born with the greatness, you can't teach it. I see they trying to copy my style, so be it.
Check. It's another Sunday.
Can we get up a little bit?
It's like that's the mic's the highest. Probably got to turn it off from the speaker. Check.
How's the mics go?
Concert. Check. Listen, there's another Sunday.
Check,
What's going
1, 2.
on, everyone? This is Let It Be Known, episode 45.
Mic check 1, 2. All right, good. Are we in there? Yeah. Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be back again. Episode, what is this?
45.
Episode 45. You understand? Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? I'm preaching episode 5,000. Shalai Yala. Of course, I represent the Israelite School of UPK.
That's right.
I'm the Commander General Yohanan. Joining me today is my man, Ashar Gapon.
AG in the building. What's going on, everyone?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Got my man Paratazai, and also Paratazai representing Yonkers, New York. Yo. Most High in Christ. And I got my man, my hitter, the number one, my man, Officer 50 out the Bronx, Boogie Down Bronx. My man, Hari Yala. What up?
Yo, what up?
Yeah. Oh, ain't nothing, man. Good to see. How's everything going down there, man?
Oh, it's beautiful, sir. It's Tawab out here, man. It's real Tawab out here. Had a wonderful time last night. But real quick, if I may, I'm about an hour or so outside of Vegas in a small town called Laughlin, Nevada. Man, I gotta tell you, the most racist town I've ever been in my life. Oh man! And look, this is coming from somebody who frequents Boston, and I gotta tell you, this is the most racist town I've ever been in my life, man.
Oh man! I mean, what experience have you experienced out there so far, man?
Well, first and foremost, I went out to breakfast the other day with my rib.
Oh boy!
So we get there, you know, we sit down. This was yesterday. And I ordered an omelet, and then they had a choice of sides that you could get. One of those sides was a little fruit bowl. So I'm like, okay. I said, so, you know, what exactly comes in a little fruit bowl? She's like, well, it's an Edomite, a Karen, you know, a white woman. She's like, well, you know, we got pineapples, we got some grapes, but if you like, I can get you some watermelon.
No, she didn't. She didn't say that. She didn't say that.
Man.
I'm looking at her like, what?
Man.
All that, man. And that was the first experience. Then early this morning, I go down to the little store. You know, we left the club late last night. I got back over here and had a great time with the brothers last night. You know, so I got me a little sugar thing. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go get me a cookie. You know, I try not to break my diet, but I'm like, hey, listen, you know, I'm on vacation. Let me get myself a little cookie. I go inside the place. So I go to pay for it. I give the lady my debit card. She looks up at me and is like, you're gonna have to show ID for this. I'm like, it's a debit card. Like I could see showing ID for a credit card, but it's a debit card. She's like, no, I can't take it without ID. I'm like, I'm sorry, miss, but you know, this is a debit card. I shouldn't have to show ID for it. She backed up. She was like, you're getting a little aggressive. I can't.
Wow.
You know, I don't.
She went that way.
Yeah. I don't think I can handle this. You're getting a little aggressive. I'm like, how am I getting aggressive? I'm just telling you that I never have to show ID for my debit card.
Oh man.
So then there's a white couple behind me. So they walk up to me. They like, well, she made us show our IDs too. And I'm like, okay. So, you know, they're trying to give me the this is not, you know, this is not discrimination or anything because we're white and she made us show ours too. So at that point, I'm getting a little upset. So, you know, I had to throw on my professional voice. I'm like, listen, I know my rights, okay? I'm like,
you know, sir. Stop this.
You pull the AG.
Right.
Oh man, that's hard, man.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's hard out here, man. But yeah, definitely, if you ever visit Laughlin, Nevada, be ready for the BS because that's how they're giving it up out here.
Ah man, listen, and it's just proof that nothing has changed in this society, and you know, more than likely until Christ's return, nothing will change. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. I'll get you some watermelon. I mean, come on, man. Are you serious? You know what I mean? I mean, that's horrible. But luckily for them, you are a certified UPK man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Disciplined to know how to act. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hold your head until you get up out of there, man.
Most high in Christ. Most high in Christ.
Oh, yeah.
How's everything around that way?
Man, listen, can't complain. Everything is, you know, moving right along. You know what I'm saying? We ain't watched. Wasn't no fight night last night, nothing like that. But you know, we'll get back to it next week.
We're gonna definitely get back to it.
we'll get back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Bing bong.
Go ahead, Shark.
So Hariel, talk to me. How was the cookout, man?
Oh man, well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to the cookout. I did come afterwards and went to the after party with the brothers. It was absolutely amazing. You know, it's one of the best times I ever had. You know, I had, you know, brothers from all over the West Coast coming up to me saying, hey, has anybody ever told you look like Captain Shabawala? I'm like, yes. Yes. I get that all the time. I gotta tell you. Nah, the brotherhood was amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Hung out with all the fam last night, all the brothers. You know, shout out to the West Coast.
Please.
You know, Vegas, all the brothers out there, man. Definitely had a wonderful time, man. It's one thing about this truth. When you go to events like this and you get around your brothers and you meet new brothers and you meet brothers that you already met, man, it just renews your zeal. You know what I mean? Even though your zeal is on 100 already, it puts your zeal on 200, man. It just makes you want to get back to this work, you know, and get back to making it happen. So it's definitely a glorious time, man.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you a question. Because I see you in the class. How was it to sit in that scripture breakdown class with General Hyman and Commander Johanna and man, you know, how was that? That was an amazing class.
It was it's crazy you said that. It's crazy you said that. I have been talking about that class since Thursday. It was the most one of the most amazing classes, if not the most amazing class I've ever been in, man. Man, the generals dropped some heavy stuff, man, that night. Absolutely. Man. One thing that stood out to me is that General Muhammad said, listen, you know how we get to agree? You know how we all get on the same page? We go to war.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we go to war, man. So, yeah, it was glorious, man. Commander General Johanna came through. You know, it's so heavy being in there with the generals. It was an excellent class. I've been talking about the class nonstop. And it was just one of those. It was one of those moments where you really proud, you really happy that you was there.
Yeah, absolutely. I see my brothers in the crowd. I said, "Damn, I wish I was there." You know what I'm saying?
God.
Yeah, it was an amazing class, and I know that was a good experience being there. You know what I'm saying? especially with Commander Junior Hanna coming through and taking it home. You know what I'm saying? Taking it home. That was excellent, man. Marvelous. You know what I mean? But I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you enjoyed. Can't wait to get back to the bricks. You know
when you coming back? Good.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say my itinerary live, you know.
Yeah, right.
But I'll definitely
be back this week.
Most High in Christ, Lord willing, I'll
we'll
be back this
we'll
week.
see you when you return. You know what I'm saying? We'll see you when you return. But brother, it's good to have you on here. And stay tight because we got some of your articles, man. I want you to break them down if you got time.
Okay, Most High in Christ.
Yeah, if we got some time, we'll break those articles down. You know, we're gonna get into one right now if we can. You know what I'm saying?
If I may, Concert, Project, go to the chat real quick and scroll up.
Oh boy.
Click this America blank thing down. Click that real quick. Hey, America is a myth. If you're still watching the show, you put what's the difference between this and the crap that's in the world? Please, if you can, just elaborate just a little bit more. Otherwise, I'm gonna give you my opinion on what I think you're asking right now. So you can remove his comment or her comment or it's or them. I don't know. There's non-binary people out there nowadays. But Officer Quaraya Allah was good, sir.
Hey, shalom, Lord of Christ. Lord of Christ, you ready?
Most High in Christ, sir.
Yeah, shalom, Akim. What's going on?
Shalom,
I'm over here at this Peruvian spot. Just came from eating.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Asharga Pun said you was directing traffic with that neon.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that. But I didn't want to say it.
Well, you know, I had to do the community service shit. You know, I was over on the roadside by the highway. You know what I mean? Had to go pick up garbage. Hey, how you doing, sis? All right, no problem. All right, yeah, man. Nah, just coming from eating. Oh man, I'm about to go to sleep now.
How was the food?
Huh? Nah, I had this. It's called cachafa. I had to mix with the with the beef and the cachafa.
We get cachafa.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong. You already know. You know, I got to work on my Espanol.
Oh yeah, Most High in Christ. Well, yeah, you know we get the cachapas all the time uptown. You know, so we go up there.
No, not cachapas. It's cachafa.
Cachafa?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like okay. It's like scallion cut up with like eggs in it and chicken and beef with the rice, like stir-fried rice.
Okay. I don't know what it's called.
Nah, this is delicious. And with the green sauce too, man.
For a second, it's hell
no. Portuguese. Hell no, stop it, man. That sounds some Punjabi shit, yo. Hell no. Nah, they are Peruvian and Guatemalan, yo.
Okay, Most High in Christ.
Yeah, man. Shit. I'm ready to go to sleep now, yo.
Don't sleep and drive unless your Tesla's gonna be on autopilot.
Oh hell yeah! I'm putting that shit on autopilot now.
It's like you said, you in the Tesla.
Yeah. You know that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I'm about to take off now. I'm about to step on the gas now.
There you go.
There you go.
That didn't sound electric.
Listen, man.
Huh?
No, Salakia, so go ahead.
Now, you saying something?
Now, I was just saying, you know, for those who don't know, Precinct Officer 5000 Qaraya Allah has one of the most official systems in that Tesla. When he bang his music, it sounds like they having a block party outside.
Yeah, Cant.
Nah.
That thing was knocking. It was knocking. I don't know. If
definitely knocking.
I think you added something in that though. That ain't coming with the car. That's something,
right? Aftermarket.
That's stock. Everything's stock, man.
You got a bowl system in there?
Both sides Christ.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take it back. I had the Nakamishi in that shit, yo. The ant.
The
Oh.
amp.
He replaced his entire car with a speaker.
Sir, check your text message.
Yeah, my
Con.
text. Okay.
Yeah, on sign Christ. So, while you're on here, you want to promote anything for Connecticut? Anything? The website or YouTube channel? Anything?
Yeah, you can just put if you can put on what you call it the Facebook, the YouTube, and I'm still Salakia, man. You know with the tag I'm still working on but the TikTok I'm working on getting that up. I got the account, but it's still something else I got to do to it. I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay, no sweat. Well, what's the YouTube channel? What is it?
The YouTube is ICE on YouTube,
right?
And Facebook is Connecticut Israelite UPK Connecticut Israelites on Facebook.
Okay, most on Christ. Everybody go check that out. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying, and support the brothers putting in this work. You know what I'm saying, this truth. You understand what I'm saying? It's definitely
damn right.
So most on Christ. So look, we're gonna get to a few of these articles while we got some time. We're not gonna be here too long. But we want to bang out some articles real quick. If y'all got any comments in there, please leave your comments. Any questions that we can answer, we'll answer them. You know what I'm saying? Please feel free.
And don't forget to email us.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? And let it be known. Right?
At gmail.com.
You can always email us. You know what I'm saying? Just always get at us. Go out there and subscribe to these channels. We got the UPK Bronx up there holding it down. My man Harya Allah. You know what I'm saying? We got Paratazar holding it down. Yonkers, New York. Y'all go on these Facebook channels and YouTube channels and support this truth. And of course, like, subscribe, let it be known. You know what I'm saying? Share, subscribe, do all of that. I think my man Karab is going to be joining us real soon. My main man Karab.
There was a knocking at the door.
Uh-oh.
Thou art a prophet.
Well, my man stepping to the building. Big up my man Karab, holding down some 5,000 in Long Island, New York. You know what I'm saying? We're really about to get into these articles now. You know what I'm saying? Hold it down. Right. Real strong crowd. You can stay up if you want. I'm going to slide over real quick. Just got to fix the camera in a minute, but I'm going to slide over. You know what I'm saying? But until then, until Krug is ready, let's go to that first article.
All right. So what are we going to be talking about, sir?
Well, I want to talk about Deion Sanders real quick. You understand?
Who?
Deion Sanders. Everybody knows who Deion Sanders is pretty much if you haven't lived under a rock for the past 30 years. Right. Deion Sanders is one of the most prominent football players ever play, and baseball players. You know what I'm saying? He also went down to he went to coach at HBCU called Jackson State, where he kind of set the football community on fire because they was upset that he went to this black school instead of going to a predominantly white school or a bigger university or what they call a D1 school. He didn't do that. He went to HBCU and he started recruiting some of the number one football players out of the country, which of course are predominantly Black and Hispanic brothers playing football instead of going to these big schools like Florida or Alabama or, one of these other schools. They decided to go to a HBCU, you know what I'm saying, to support, their people and so forth and so on. And the football community, mainly the oppressors, started being upset with him because he was taking all of the talent away. And it was all going to Jackson State University, which is like I said, a predominantly black school in Mississippi.
Historically black school.
Absolutely. Yeah. Historically black college. You know what I'm saying? And he was turned the whole program around. It was a poor school. He got there, turned it all around, and he had a lot of brothers and sisters wanting to go back to be HBCUs to continue their education and to play sports. And look like they was trying to turn things around. But most recently, a white university, the University of Colorado, I believe, they offered him $5 million to come and coach their team. So after this whole pro-black run for 3 years, he decided that he was going to leave this historically black college and go to a historically white college now and coach their football team. You understand what I'm saying? So, we don't really, in the UPK, we don't expect brothers to be as diligent and as strong and dedicate their lives to their people like we do. You understand?
Right.
We don't expect that. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, Deion Sanders let a lot of people down because they expected him to come to that program, stay in that program for years, and build up that program. Not only just build that program, but also be a motivating factor to brothers and sisters that want to go to college and go continue education and go to a HBCU to keep it home. You understand? To keep it amongst us.
Right.
Now that has kind of somewhat shifted to where he might have killed the motivation or momentum of the brothers and sisters that do want to go to HBCUs to play sports. They're saying, well, look, now since you left, sit up here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Come on up here. Get Rob in here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Big my man, Karab's in the building. You know what I'm saying? Big my man Karab.
Shalom.
You know what I mean? Right now, Karab, what we're doing is we're going into Deion Sanders. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the article or with the situation, but we're going into Deion Sanders and how he, I don't want to say turned his back, but he took the bag, which is not uncommon. That's very common in being a Christian, is you chase the money. You know what I'm saying? You don't stand, you don't have no moral compass to really stand on. You understand what I'm saying? There's no really moral compass to stand on when you're a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like, and really outside of the Israelite school of UPK, this is the only place. I'm not just saying that because I'm in the school. I'm saying it because I'm just serious about it. You know what I'm saying? This is the only place I know where there is no compromising. You understand what I'm saying? Right. There is no compromising. There's no, when Captain Zarek said he wasn't feeding the little African kid, he did not do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He said it and he meant it. You know what I'm saying? When we say this is only for so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we mean it. We stand on it. It's been that way since 1969. Deion Sanders had a 3-year run. I guess he was fronting the whole time, and he decided he was going to go to Colorado to coach a football team. I believe he got offered about $5 million, which is really change in his couch compared to the money his brother made. You know what I'm saying? Right. If y'all want to chime in any time, please let me know.
Yeah, if I may, also, what makes it worse with Deion Sanders, right, is that he could have went to another HBCU. You know what I mean? College. He didn't have to go to a all-white college. Like, you know what I mean? If he didn't want to stay at Jackson State, he could have went somewhere else. You know what I mean? Right. But stay within the HBCU. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the fact that he just went there, I mean, you can't expect nothing more, nothing less from him. Like you say, he's a Christian. You know what I mean?
Right, Con, absolutely. The Christians compromise. That's what they do. Christians compromise, and this is just proof of it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go just a little bit, just briefly into the article. I want to read this one particular paragraph that I want to read in this article, and then I got another article that I want to read as well. And we're gonna make it as brief as possible because we're not gonna, like I said, we're not gonna stay here too long, and we have numerous articles to go over. So I want you just to, if you can, please just read this title, and let's get into it.
Khan. Mm-hmm. The New York Times. Deion Sanders leave Jackson State for Colorado.
Now it's confirmed that he has left. You can scroll down. This is confirmed that he has left. You know what I'm saying? Jackson State, which, like I said, a historically black college in Mississippi, which is one of the poorest states, and needs as much motivation as they can get, and have prime time, as we called them growing up, Deion Prime Time Sanders. Right. You understand? To have a prominent brother like that there would have been great motivation for other brothers and sisters to want to even go to HBCU, let alone to go down to Mississippi to a HBCU. You understand? Right. He was bringing that in for the school, bringing money into the school, and so forth and so on. But he decided to turn his back only after 3 years. Now, you can read the first paragraph, but the second paragraph is really what I want. Let's read that first paragraph real quick.
Khan. Deion Sanders, the Swiss Brooklyn, former NFL star, who in his first stint as a college coach shaped Jackson State into a head turner team.
Now, as I said, he shaped that into a head-turning team. You understand? It was just a regular HBCU, but that turned into like a team where D1 schools wanted to go against him. When I say D1 schools, I mean Division I schools such as Alabama, such as Florida, such as Colorado. You know what I'm saying? These big so-called big schools, they wanted
Right.
they wanted to challenge these black boys because they started to win. They started to look good, look sharp. They was on point, and they had prime time as their coach.
Right.
That was threatening to them, and they didn't like that. And they wanted to see if they could beat these boys. You understand? Drop down to the second paragraph. This is where they got a little critical, if I'm not mistaken. Does this it right here? Right. That second paragraph right there. In 3 seasons.
In 3 seasons at Jackson State, a historically black university in Mississippi.
Now they say, let you know, this is a white man writing this article, by the way. This is a white man. Keep that in mind, please. This is a white man writing this article. It says a historically black university in Mississippi. Sanders, go ahead.
Sanders lost only 5 games.
He lost only 5 games in 3 seasons, which is great. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's see what this oppressor has to say.
Upending a program that had been mired in mediocrity.
Mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying, yeah, this is a historically black college, and they're mediocre. Not only mediocre, but what?
Or worse.
Right. So they're saying that this is a mediocre team, or worse than that. You understand what I'm saying? Worse than that, this is a mediocre team. They said so. This is a oppressor saying this historically at college. They were mediocre or even worse. This is coming from, like I said, no oppressor. All right. Now let me do it going forward. Right, for years in 2021, Jackson State won the Southwestern Athletic Conference title for the first time since 2007. On Saturday in Jackson, it claimed another. Hours later, Colorado announced that Sanders would be its coach. So this oppressor is letting us know they did all of that. He won all the accolades there, and guess what? Colorado snatched him right up. You understand? It was that easy. Now go to that second article real quick. Now, this second article I'm gonna read it as quick as possible. This is an article that was written by a brother named Jared Bell.
Salakia, if I may, real quick. I just want to bring up a point with what you just said, how Colorado just snatched him up after everything he built.
He's reading
now, I don't know if I can be on Clubhouse, right? But this is why IUPK is the home of the truth. And what we say we mean, and what we mean we do. You know what I mean? I kind of said it backwards, but there was a point, I think it was a week or 2 ago, where Captain Tazariot was tying fire to this damn Edomite that was on there. It was something where they kind of banned some other Jake that they said was anti-Semitic. But this Edomite that was on there that deals with the other group, right, that Cap that we mess with on there. This Edomite tried to come on there and was like, try to downplay Cap, and then afterwards be like, oh, you got a business. Oh, I can make you more money from distribution, whatever. Yo, you know what Cap did? Cap said, fuck that. I don't need your shit. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Cap disrespected him in the worst way.
Right.
And he stood on that shit.
Right.
This Edomite was like, yo, I could elevate your business to a million times more than what it is. He was like, and then he tried to play Cap with how much sales Cap made, with his company, right? Cap still didn't budge on that shit. Cap said, fuck, excuse me.
Slocky. We gotta refrain from the language.
No, I know. He said, scratch that. You know what I mean? Salakia. And it just goes to show you, as you became the Commander General Yohana, we don't take the bag for nothing. The Commander General Yohana ain't take a bag, and it's passed down all the way down to the last officer here. You know what I mean? It is no amount of money that could make us take a bag and turn on our people. And Christianity don't teach that within that religion.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I just want to bring that point out, because what you just said, how all of a sudden he started building up the HBCUs, Deion Sanders. All they had to do was just throw him a bag, Colorado State, and he just turned his back on his people.
It's like
Who does that remind you of?
I see it.
Salakia.
Now, no sweat.
That's all I want to say.
Now, no sweat. So give him a hand. Give him a hand. You know and is that Praven? I'm not pronouncing the name Praven.
Put that
but
comment.
It's are we? Yeah.
Project, put that comment down.
Are we surprised that Deion Sanders left? I don't know if he just tuned in or not. I'm not sure if he just tuned in, but we had said previously that no, we're not surprised at all.
Right.
In a sense, not at all. I'm not surprised that anybody outside the Israelite school of UPK that would be a goddamn sellout.
Damn right.
That's it. So that's what I said earlier. I don't know if you heard me or not, but just to reiterate and just to answer your question, no, we're not shocked at all. We're not shocked at anything we report because we know we live in a hellhole. So when we report murders, corruption, thievery, drug use, drug sales, and everything else, now we're not surprised. This is the society that we live in. You understand? So just to answer your question, but to continue on, I want to read that article real quick. This article was written by a brother named Jared Bell, I believe, and we're going to look on his perspective of it. All right, let's look at his perspective as opposed to the oppressor we just read. You can scroll down. Matter of fact, this is what the title says: Memo to Deion Sanders. Don't go just yet, Coach Prime. That sounds like he's kind of begging or pleading. You know what I'm saying? Don't go yet. Go ahead and scroll down, please. Now, can you see that, Yashwan? Can you see the article?
You can make it bigger, Project.
Control. Where am I starting from?
Control plus.
Right, we're gonna blow up a little bit of Yashwan. But give big up Officer 50 Yashwan Ya'ala out of Long Island, New York. He's here as well.
Right.
He came down. You understand?
Long Island.
If
Stay
you can't
right.
see, just start reading. This is no problem. Right where it says, "Don't do it, Deion."
Con.
Is your mic on? It's on.
Sir.
Go ahead, but nice and loud.
Don't do it, Deion. Or let me, Slakia, rephrase that. Don't go just yet, Coach Prime.
Go ahead.
Maybe you can't blame Deion Sanders, the only coach in Jackson State history who won Super Bowl rings with 2 signature NFL franchises, played in a World Series, and put a do-rag on his Hall of Fame bust, as he was enshrined in canon.
No sweat. Maybe you can't see. I can see it pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Well, pretty much what they're saying is this: the brother, he got accolades. He won the Super Bowl. He went to the World Series, so forth and so on. They call him prime time. So this is they're just pretty much explaining this as a prime time dude. You know what I'm saying? He's prominent. All right. So now listen to this. If he accepts the offer from Colorado and takes prime time to Rocky Mountains, that's the American's way, right? Take the money and run.
Right.
Start a new chapter on a new frontier. Scroll up. Hold on. I'm hoping he stays put. Pretty much for the same reasons he should shock the football universe in 2020 and sign for the first coaching job with Jackson State. Scroll up. You understand? Pretty much they're saying that's the American way, is to take the money and run. You understand? That's the American way of doing things. And unfortunately, this is what Deion bit off, is that he chose the American way. Now, he rode out with black folks for 3 years. You understand? Now, this is we bring this article up to say this. To the black folks that's listening that may not, be in the Israelite school of UPK or whatever the case may be, just for my brothers and sisters that's listening, you understand? This is a horrible way to be.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Right.
And if you want to chime in anytime, please let me know. This is a very horrible, and this is why we're at the bottom of the totem pole. This is why we can't stick together. This is why we can't learn how to forgive each other. This is why we can't do these things, because money rules our life.
Right.
And in order and to chase that money, that means you're chasing American society. You're chasing your oppressor. You want to be a part of them because you feel like they're so powerful and so strong and so mighty. Well, I'm not even going to read the rest of this article, but this is an article of a black man begging him not to go, not to leave. Scroll up a little bit more to see if there's anything else I want to add on here. Now, let me right there. This is what the brother said about Colorado State. They need him more at Jackson State, and in a big picture, he can make a more purposeful impact with his footprint on a HBCU, which has already been proven then he can at Colorado or other schools that have expressed interest. Remember, when Sanders went to Jackson State, he told us that while he wanted to build a winning program, it was bigger than football. Obviously, he was lying.
Right.
It wasn't bigger than football. It just was all about getting the bag.
Right.
You understand? And I want the people, to my brothers and sisters listening, stop putting your hope in black celebrities.
Right.
Right.
Stop putting your hope. They're going to fail you every single time. You understand? Every single time. Now, let's move on to a better part. Give me First Maccabees chapter 8. All right? Give me First Maccabees chapter 8. We're going to talk about how black folks love to chase after the love of our oppressor. You understand? Right. And chasing after the love of our oppressor is chasing his money. He said it was bigger than football. That's what he said. First Maccabees chapter 8, start at verse 1. You can still pull up on the screen for brothers and sisters to see it. That's fine, however that works out. You understand? We're going to go to First Maccabees chapter. Matter of fact, you don't even have to do that. Let the brother can read it from there. That's fine. You understand? Give me one second. And this is there's nothing new under the sun. And this just proves right now that this is nothing new. This happened before. How strong, prominent brothers want to be a part of a wicked, disgusting society. You understand?
Right.
Let's read what you got.
Khan. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now Judas heard of the Romans that they were mighty.
Say it again.
Now Judas heard that the Romans that they were mighty.
Now this is Judas Maccabees, a strong black soldier.
That's right.
You understand? A strong soldier, a black man. You understand? Who had many accolades, won many wars, has much respect. But he heard about the might of the Romans, how strong they were and how mighty they were. Go ahead.
And valiant men. And such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them.
Say it one more time.
Khan. And valiant men. And such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them.
They would love everybody that joined along with them. You understand? Love it. They would love to have everybody just join with them. You understand? Now remember, Deion Sanders had these oppressive coaches upset with him because he was stealing the stock. You understand? And the same people that was mad with him, he decided he was going to go join them now.
Right.
Instead of having a spirit like, oh, you mad? Well, I'm gonna make you even madder now. He didn't have that spirit. He said, you know what? I'm making you mad. Let me make you less mad, and I'll come and join with you then. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So obviously it wasn't. Maybe he was right. Maybe it was bigger than football. It was bigger than football. It was his pockets. That's what it was. To us, we think he's down for the cause. You know what I'm saying? He's down for the cause, black power, and all of that. No, he was right. It was bigger than football. It was about his pockets. You understand? Keep reading.
Khan. And make a league of emirate with all that come unto them.
I'll leave them empty. With that come with all of them. They wanted to all be joined together, you know what I'm saying? And he wanted to just be in peace and love and join with them because they were so strong and so mighty. You understand? That this is the power of this oppressor that we have. Now, see, this is why I love being in the UPK, because they don't have that power over us.
Right.
That power don't exist. You understand what I'm saying? That power don't even exist over here in no kind of way. I'm not going to do your slavery and going home. I'm talking about bowing down and crouching and crawling for this oppressor. You understand? And I don't care how mighty or strong or how big you are, whatever the case may be. If you cower over, like this is called cowering over. Right. You know what I'm saying? To say, you know what, I'm gonna take this $5 million. You know, the hell with the young black kids in the ghetto that's trying to play football and make something of themselves. The hell with them. I'm gonna go to Colorado. I'm going to Colorado where the weed is legal. Right. They live in the Aspen Mountains and kids got money and everything is all nice and golden and crisp out there. I'm gonna leave the kids in one of the poorest cities in America, Jackson, Mississippi. I'm gonna leave there and I'm going to Colorado. There's no better way for him to say, black people, kiss my behind.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Drop down to verse 19.
Come.
And I'm going to enter on that. Go to verse 19 real quick.
Come. Verse 19. They went therefore to Rome, which was a great journey.
So Judas Maccabees and his team, they went to Rome. Go ahead.
and came unto the Senate.
And came to the big dogs of Rome. Go ahead.
And came unto the Senate.
Uh-huh.
Where they spoke and said.
Now they went to the big dogs of Rome and they're pleading their case. Now go ahead.
Verse 20. Judas Maccabees with his brethren and the people of the Jews have sent unto us, unto you, to make a confederacy.
To make a what?
Confederacy.
Now they wanted to be joined together to make a confederacy. Go ahead.
And peace with you.
And make what?
Peace with you.
With his enemy. In Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10, it says, never trust your enemy.
Right.
Judas Maccabees went to make a confederacy, an alliance with them and make peace with them. Go ahead.
And that we might be registered your confederates.
We might be registered your what?
Confederates.
Your confederates and what else?
And friends.
You can't be friends with no goddamn enemy.
Right.
There's no way in hell. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way in hell you can be friends with your enemy. And this is a strong, prominent black man that got many wars underneath his belt, many victories underneath his belt. And he decided that he was going to go join with the oppressor because he felt like they were mightier than him. See, in the UPK, we don't feel like the oppressor's mightier than us.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We feel like he's beneath us. You understand? That's why they kiss boots. We don't kiss their boots.
Right.
They kiss our boots.
Right.
Voluntarily, of course. You understand? Go ahead. You want to say something, y'all?
Sir, if I may, sir. I'm not sure if it was said before I got here, but it seems like every time we turn ourselves to like celebrities, you say we always get excited, and there's like a thing of hope for us, like, oh, he's gonna get us out of the dark. You understand? And then they leave us. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have love for us. You know what I'm saying? For their people. And it's that thing where it's, the grass is green on the other side. Why not water your own grass? Take time to nurture it. You know what I'm saying? Bring your people up because that's love. Deion Sanders never loved us. You understand? He didn't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
And if I may, that's kind of coming off what Martin Luther King did to us. Want us to integrate with them. You understand? Oh, it's better over there. Let's go over there. You know what I'm saying, sir? That's all.
Absolutely. Give it brother here. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If you don't love your people, you just don't love yourself.
Right.
That's where it starts at. You just don't love yourself.
Right.
What you see in the mirror, you just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody broke your heart, some girl broke your heart, or some boy broke your heart. So now you just hate yourself.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's the only way you can hate your people is by you starting out by hating yourself. You just don't like yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So Deion don't like himself. He grew up, they probably called him black, with your black ass and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? He probably, I'm not saying they did that. I'm just saying maybe he has a problem. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he has some type of issue. You know what I'm saying? To where he has to wear all the gold and the jewelry, be prime time and shine and all of that. But at the end of the day, he's just a flamboyant slave.
Right.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Damn right.
Flamboyant slave. Please.
Yeah, Con. So, and what you said was important before. If you go back to what you said that he don't care about his people. And that's the most important part that all so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to understand. You need to care for your people. If you don't care for your people, you're absolutely going to fail.
Right.
If you in it just for yourself, you're going to fall. You know where you're going to fall back down to? Your people. So that's why it's always important you hang with your people. You support your people no matter what is put in your way, no matter how much money, how much women, how much gold and cars and Maybachs or jets or what. If he gives you a goddamn spaceship, a damn time machine, you don't give up your people for your luck.
Right.
And I'm gonna prove it by the greatest man that the richest man, I should say, on the world, King Solomon. So if I could, give me 2 Chronicles, right? 2 Chronicles chapter 1 and start at verse 7. Because guess what? King Solomon was a Deion Sanders back in his day too.
Right.
You understand? King Solomon just did what he was doing. The same thing Deion Sanders was doing. Flamboyant, doing this and this. Got a whole bunch of chariots and horses and women and wives and concubines. Right. But there's something that he did that Deion Sanders didn't do.
Right.
And just remember, Solomon could have did the same thing what Deion Sanders did. But we're going to prove it right now in the scripture. Read what you got.
Con, it's the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 1, verse 7.
Right.
And that night did God appear unto Solomon.
All right, so if you don't know the backstory, this is when King Solomon is about to rule. He's right here, right up there, right after his father David. And during this time, he's going to the temple that King David had built.
Just about for Solomon. Keep going. So right now, Solomon is at the altar. Go ahead, read what you got.
Khan. And ask, what shall I give thee?
Right. So the Most High asked Solomon, what do you want?
Right.
What's on your mind? What can I give you? What's your pleasure that you might want from me? And what did King Solomon say? Keep going.
Khan. Verse 8. And Solomon said unto God,
right?
Thou hast showed great mercy unto David, my father,
right?
And hast made me to reign over his seat.
In his stead.
Salakia. Verse 9. Now, O Lord God, let thy promise unto David, my father, be established.
Right.
For thou hast made me king over a people like the dust of the earth in multitude.
Keep going.
Verse 10. Give me now wisdom.
Give me now what?
Give me now wisdom.
No, give me women.
Give me now wisdom.
Give me whores.
Give me now wisdom.
Give me all the money in the whole world.
Give me now wisdom.
Give me all the chariots with horses and the armies that's all armored up.
Give me now wisdom.
Let me have the best speech in the world.
Give me now wisdom.
No matter where I go, no one can touch me.
Give me now wisdom.
Give me wisdom. Keep going.
And knowledge.
And what?
And knowledge.
No, let me leave my people alone.
And knowledge.
Keep going.
And knowledge that I may go out and come in before this people.
Right.
For who can judge this thy people?
Right.
That it's lucky that is so great.
So you remember you can't see it on the screen, but he's asking, he said, give me now wisdom and knowledge that I might go out and come before this people. For who can judge this thy people that is so great? So he's saying, like, I need the wisdom and knowledge because who can judge these people? Just think about how we are. We hard-headed, stiff-necked. We like to do this. We like to do that. So I need the wisdom.
Right.
I need the knowledge. So he picked that out of all things instead of what? Running off to another nation and get help.
Right.
This is before, you got to remember, this is before King Solomon had went off and got what? To the other nations and got women from them. And what happened? He started building temples for them and their gods. So this is before he turned into Deion Sanders. Because guess what? He did later on. But before, when he wanted to serve the Most High God, what he asked for again?
Wisdom and knowledge.
And that's what's important. He wanted wisdom and knowledge to take care of who? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But read verse 10. Don't wait. Keep going. Let's see what else it says.
Wisdom and knowledge that I may go out and come before this people. For who can judge this thy people?
No, keep going. Verse 11.
Verse 11. And God said unto Solomon, because this was in thine heart,
right?
And thou hast not asked riches.
Wait. It says what? Because he in what?
Slakia. Because this was in thine heart,
right? Because you asked for wisdom and knowledge in your heart, you cared for your people so much. Keep going.
And thou hast not asked riches.
He didn't ask for what?
Riches.
He asked for women.
Riches.
He didn't ask for money.
Riches.
Keep going.
Wealth.
He didn't ask for $1 billion like what's the dude from Amazon? Jeff Bezos. He didn't ask to be Jeff Bezos.
Wealth. Or honor.
Keep going.
Nor the life of thine enemies.
Right. I didn't ask to kill all my enemies. Keep going.
Neither yet has asked long life.
Right. I want to live the longest I could possibly ask. Keep going. Live. Keep going.
But has asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself.
Right.
That thou mayest judge my people.
Keep going.
Over whom I have made thee king.
Read verse 12.
Verse 12. Wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee.
So he gave him wisdom and knowledge. And what else he gave him?
And I will give thee riches.
And what?
And wealth.
Wait, what? What happened?
Riches.
And
wealth. And honor. Such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee.
Keep going.
Slakia. Neither shall thee any after thee have like.
Yeah, and look how important it is to stick with your people, man. To have wisdom and knowledge to take care of your people. Stay with your people. Because why? At the end of the day, the Most High God is going to give you what you want anyway. He ended up giving Solomon the riches, the honor, and no king could ever be better than him. And guess what? You're going to live a long time. Why? Because at the end of the day, you chose your people over money, over horse, over cars, over chariots, over the white woman, over the African women, over everything else. And that's why it's important for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to stick together, man.
if I may. And the crazy thing about Deion,
damn right.
He comes from the NFL, so he knows ins and outs and still have connections. Now, I'm not sure if anyone knows this, if their sports are savvy, but in the NFL, they have, I believe it's called affirmative action, because for black coaches, it's hard for a black coach to be a coach to an NFL team. So what they do, if I'm using the correct term, affirmative action, they interview 3 black coaches. They say no to all 3 of them to get that white coach they want. Now, if there's a black coach who got the nod in the NFL, if they have the wisdom and love for their people, they can take what Deion failed to do and come back to the HBCUs and raise it up better than Deion. You know what I'm saying? Just because Deion was a prime time doesn't mean he was better in football knowledge. But like the other one you said before, he doesn't have a love for his people. So he has no wisdom and knowledge.
Go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say this real quick. If any HBCU out there is listening, if you want to top Deion Sanders and get somebody that seems to be a little more sturdier, why don't you holler Colin Kaepernick?
That's right.
Right.
Hire him. Give him a job.
Right.
Damn right. He seems to be a little more thorough. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got blackballed. You know what I'm saying? He lost his career, whatever the case may be, because he decided to stand for his people or kneel for his people. You'll give him a job. You understand? And that J Nero 226. Yeah, Travis Hunter. I thought about him too. How he went. This is one of the top athletes or top football players in the country at one time, and they went to Jack. He could have went to any school he wanted to.
Right.
Full scholarship, and he decided to go to Jackson State because Deion Sanders was there, and Deion Sanders left him in the dust.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Left him in the dust. Please go ahead, Art. Go ahead, Art.
Like if I may, and one thing our people have to realize regarding this situation is, because when you look at it overall, Deion Sanders could have got 10 million. He could have got 20 million. He could have got 100 million, because there is no expense that our oppressor is not willing to give in order to stipend hope and inspiration in our community.
Right.
You know, one thing we got to look at is that when you have a situation in which a prominent figure like Deion Sanders could possibly bring black people together in a way in which they're able to compete against their oppressors and win and inspire hope and bring brothers together, there is no expense that they will not be willing to pay in order to get that brother to sell out. You know, and when you have a weak Christian brother like Deion Sanders, you ultimately will sell out, you know, because him being able to go to Colorado and make that team a winning team and make those people money, that is secondary in their mind. The primary goal that they are looking to accomplish by getting him over there is to show you that it is more important for you to chase their money than for you to inspire your people and put your people in a better place and bring hope amongst your people and your communities.
Right. Right. And also, if I could elaborate on that too, it's like they also doing that to get little Tommy that NFL spot that's in Colorado State, they white quarterbacks and players, because they know that Deion Sanders would build them up. Jackson State, and with his star power, you know what I mean? He'll be funneling more black students, black athletes into the NFL through the HBCU. You see more and more of them. You know what I mean?
Right. You
see more and more of them coming in under Deion Sanders.
That's right.
So to shut him up, they gave him the bag, and he went for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just to add on to what you're saying, you know.
Right, Khan. And I just want to end it on this note because we're going to move on. You know what I'm saying? This was going to happen because it happens as usual. Colorado, the University of Colorado, who just inquired or just hired Deion Sanders to be their coach for a cheap price of $5 million. Cheap to him. For $5 million. What they're going to do is going to use him like a prostitute. They're going to use him and throw him to the trash.
Right.
They're using him just to prove that these Negroes can be bought.
That's right.
Right.
That's it. They can be bought. So they're going to use him real good. You understand? As soon as he has a losing season, you're up out of here. You know what I'm saying? You're gone.
Right.
You understand?
Right. And the funny thing, he ain't do nothing different than what Jackie Robinson did. Remember, Jackie Robinson did the same thing.
Right.
So listen, it's just letting you know our spirit with this type of things is always here. Money. It's money. I gotta be better than him. I gotta be better than them. I gotta be better than that. If we put our money together, no amount of money could ever buy us out. He sold out for what, $5 million? That's letting him know how much you worth. You're worth more than $5 million. Just think about listen, go back and watch the things Deion Sanders did when he was young. This nigga went and played football and then baseball or whatever the other sport he was playing the same day.
Come on, sir.
Touchdown and a home run, 2 in the same game. You know, the same day. Whatever he did.
But as a coach, his team only lost 5 games in 3 years. Right. Like, why would you want to leave? You're setting records that the HBCU hasn't seen in God knows how long.
1 second, hold on. I'm gonna let you go. Hold on. S. Ross. Just look at S. Ross right there. It said, "Must be the money." Is that the name of his song, right?
Yeah. Must be the money.
Must be the money. Yo, we might have play that on a break, yo. We're gonna get struck. We're gonna strike. We can't play, but damn, must be the money. That's a good. I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. I guess he's right. He was living his lyrics. He's a real nigga. Right. Oh man, you gotta say Yashawam. Good night.
If I may, like Officer Ariala said, it's because he has that Christian spirit. Because Christianity doesn't teach you your value, your worth as an Israelite. You're taking a major pay cut, and you're worth more. And you know, at the end, when they get rid of them and they use them like a whore, he's gonna say, well, all Christians gonna say, oh, it's for the experience, it's for my resume. You know you're being whored out. You know what I'm saying? You know it, man. You're gonna do it with a smile. Yes, sir. Can I get this, sir? Yes, you know what I'm saying? It's a wicked spirit. It comes with Christianity. That's why it must be
destroyed. I don't know what could be greater than making a school that was low tier, bringing them to top tier, hardly losing games, and then you're gonna leave and go to a D1 school. That's right. Like that's not special. What's special is what you're doing already.
Nah, not at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's a terrible thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hinder on this a little too much, but you know, just wanted to give you a little sellout story real quick. You know,
the words of Officer Shalayala, Deion Sanders, you're a sucker.
In your face, sucker. There you go. Your face, sucker. You know what I'm saying? There you go. You know what I'm saying? He's a sucker. But listen, there's a lot of suckers out here. We're gonna keep it pushing though, real quick. Must be the money. We're gonna
don't sing it too much. Don't sing it.
I'm a I know, right? They're gonna flag me. Like, what did he say?
You got to put the Jerry curl wig on, man.
Yeah, word.
I think the Jerry curl or the S curl back then.
Word. Most time, at least he lived his lyrics out. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? You know what I'm saying? He's a real guy. Yeah. But most time question. We're gonna move on to the next. Go ahead.
You wanna know what else is crazy?
What's that?
Yo, imagine legalizing marijuana, smoking it, and getting salmonella.
Wait, marijuana is legal in Colorado, isn't it?
But yes,
wow.
It was one of the first.
It's damn near legal everywhere.
What a great segue! What a great segue. That's a great segue.
You're working on
that. So, Deion, as you get to Colorado, watch out for that legal weed they got there. Why? What's the problem with it?
Because here in New York City, you might be smoking E. coli or salmonella. Or some other bacteria in the weed that you're buying. Let's get this article quick.
Go ahead. What should I say?
If I may, on the way here to Harlem, the subways, all you smell is marijuana. It's disgusting.
Oh yeah, well listen.
Smell the subways.
That's not marijuana you're smelling, according to this. Something else.
It's E. coli. E. coli and salmonella.
That's not weed. You know, so that's something else.
Yashawam, how many blunts you had before you got here?
You know what I'm
saying? Yashawam, how many blunts you had before you got here?
Zero, sir.
He on the train like I don't smoke, but I'll sit next to you though.
I'll just inhale the smell.
That's lawful.
Yeah. I didn't put it to my lips. What was that Bill Clinton said? I didn't inhale. I put it to my lips.
I had no else to sit. I had to sit
on him.
I had no choice.
listen, instead
Nah, I'm
of
messing
smoking
with you.
that gas, people
Yeah,
are
Jamal, I'm
smoking.
messing with you.
What's
Go
up,
ahead.
bro?
Wakon, sir. It's all love, sir.
All right, let's read this.
What we got?
Go ahead, read.
Read that title.
Wakon. Marijuana marijuana containment with penalty.
Slakia, contaminated.
Slakia. Marijuana contaminated with potential harmful bacteria. Slakia.
Allegedly
sold at 20 unlicensed New York State stores.
So marijuana that's been contaminated has apparently been allegedly sold. That's a nice way of saying it was, but maybe it wasn't, but it was sold at unlicensed New York City stores. Keep going.
Come. The water, sir. New York City WABC, third trade group. Three trade group for the medical marijuana industry are warning buyers about cannabis sold in New York City.
So be careful. You want to go buy your weed from these weed trucks and these weed stores, right? Keep reading.
Come. A survey conducted by New York Medical Marijuana Cannabis Industry Association claims it found tainted marijuana.
What?
Tainted marijuana.
They found what?
Tainted marijuana.
You know, they used to say you gotta be careful when you buying weed off of the dude in the corner, right?
Come.
You gotta be careful with the loud that Jose selling. But here, you're going and buying the weed from stores, and what they find?
Tainted marijuana at 20 unlicensed business in the city. They say many of them were contaminated with E. coli.
With what?
E. coli.
That will get you sick. Right. Keep going. What?
Salmonella.
That will also get you violently sick, probably cause death.
Right. Heavy metals.
What?
Heavy metals.
Heavy metals. You're gonna give yourself metal poisoning. Keep going. Putting all that metal in your lungs. Keep going.
And
pesticide.
Pesticide.
No, that's that Raid roach spray that they're spraying on the marijuana. You know what I'm saying? And God knows what else. Keep going.
These contaminants cans cause illnesses.
What?
Illnesses.
Disease, sickness. Keep going.
And infections in the human body. 75% of the businesses said their product came from California or the West Coast.
And that's where it started to become legal first. That's where they have all these big growing farms and everything. That's where a lot of the so-called medical marijuana is being sold, right out there in California and the West Coast. Keep going.
The survey details. The trade group estimated that 3 are likely tens of thousands of illegal marijuana businesses operating in New York City.
That there are likely tens of thousands of illegal marijuana businesses operating in New York City that don't have no license, that don't have the proper credentials, that aren't going through the right venues to get marijuana that has actually been approved to be sold. Keep going.
Salakia, so if I may, and that, you know what I'm saying, you can see all these smoke shops popping up in the neighborhood. I mean, they just came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Nowhere.
It's like an outbreak, like the monkeypox.
I got like 3 by my house.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
And it's definitely is in the neighborhood. Now you see all these marijuana shops also is popping up in the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians neighborhood. These are poor neighborhoods. Like they put a shop in a poor, you know what I'm saying, in a poor community. So how they making their money? You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor is the devil, what the Bible speaks of. Salakia or something.
Concert, if I may, sir. It's crazy. You said earlier you have to watch out for old boy you used to buy the marijuana from. Not a government's lacing your weed.
It's not really yes, but here it's talking about unlicensed. They're getting marijuana that is not being sanctioned to be sold because of the cleanliness of the strand or the plant that they're getting it from. They're getting this marijuana is being purchased from sources that are not going under, let's just say, FDA inspections. They're not being inspected properly through the right avenues. They're just being grown in my backyard, no license. I'm spraying it. Well, not me. The person spraying it, whatever they want.
Right.
That you know, like also Karab said, you touching your behind and then touching the plant and then selling it is absolutely disgusting. Either way is disgusting, but here it's even more disgusting. You're risking your life. You went from buying weed from Jonathan and Markel on the block to buying weed that can be potentially cause you poisoning to your body.
Salaki, if I may. Salaki. Now, anybody that used to, in the world, used to indulge in that activity, I don't ever recall anybody getting E. coli or getting sick from weed, whether it was homegrown or,
corner boy.
I don't recall that. How all of a sudden people getting sick from that? Like make this make sense to me, because I know back in the days, cats used to they used to put out a lot of homegrown, I guess, illegal weed, weed that wasn't official, and then you had official weed. I don't recall anybody getting sick off of smoking weed, yo. How could they even equate that?
The difference now, sir, is that the government got involved.
Right.
Your oppressor is involved now, big time. So it's being taxed, it's being all legislations, all these whatever they're writing out for them, the bills or whatnot. Now that they're in it, listen, who cares? It's just like any other business. You go to like any store, you're gonna see things in the back if you work there that like, yo, if the customers knew about this, right, they want to come here, they want to eat here. The same place if you go to McDonald's or KFC.
I was going to say that it's like eating Taco Bell and then eating from a taco truck. Right. It's completely different though. It's like there's more care and love getting that taco made from Juanita than going to Taco Bell and getting it from some dude from Bangladesh.
Yeah, once these heathens get involved, I'm not saying you should smoke marijuana anyway. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying,
not condoning that, right.
The difference between before and now is now the government's involved.
Right.
Your oppressor's involved in it heavy. He was like, y'all want to smoke weed? Fine.
Salmonella.
Right. Here's the marijuana. Here's legal. E. coli. Legal there. Now you got them. All right, we're gonna bring it in by truck. You're gonna do this. Now we're gonna inventory a SKU number. And when you have people working, what happens? You have a lazy nigga there, just like, you know what? They don't pay me enough.
Right.
I'm not gonna do this. They see half-ass and stuff. And guess what? Now you have a brother who don't know how to wash his goddamn hands when he come out the bathroom.
Now I start growing mold and everything.
Can I say this real quick in regards to? I kind of just hopped in, but in regards to this organized weed selling, you know what I'm saying? What you think brothers on the corner gonna have? They getting whatever the government give them anyway. Right. You know what I'm saying? Unless they do some hydroponic stuff or something in the crib or something. Other than that, you're gonna get this trash anyway. This is the whole point. Stop being a filthy, disgusting, stinking drug addict.
Right.
Disgusting, especially you sisters out there with your black burnt lips. Right. Stop it. You know what I'm saying?
In your face, sucker.
Stop doing it. Brothers, stop it, because marijuana makes you soft and moist and tender, and you're just dumb as hell. So just put it down, stop it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sure everybody in here touch the blunt in the world. You know what I'm saying?
The problem now is they're not even doing blunts no more. They're doing weed pipes.
Weed pipes.
Edibles.
No pipe. Weed pipes, which means they're grooming you for crack pipes.
Right.
I understand.
Right.
You know I understand. I could dig it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, stop, guys, brother, please.
Slakia, sir, what you're saying, so Hard Body One West also. I got to go back to these all these smoke shops is popping up.
Yeah.
You see they got displays of all different type of, you know what I'm saying, these bongs, you know what I'm saying, these weed bongs, these weed pipes,
right,
you know what I'm saying, which is crack pipes, right, you know what I'm saying, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got our, you know what I'm saying, our people's walking around here like, you know what I'm saying, like, walking around like zombies, and we follow our oppressor because now it's cool, you know what I'm saying, now it's, you know what I'm saying, so-called legalized, you know what I'm saying, and so they're making it. This is like smoke, you know what I'm saying? They're making it like cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? They're making it, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is just what it is right now. You could be high all day, every day. You don't got to go down the block. You don't got to hide it. You know what I'm saying? You got all these, you know what I'm saying? These other nations is making these smoke shops up, and it just, you know what I'm saying? You can see these is crack houses. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is popping up like houses.
Absolutely.
But it's illegal, and they're getting a license by our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? They Confederate, you know what I'm saying, against, you know what I'm saying, the children of Israel. You know what I mean? Like how, you know what I'm saying, how would nations that clear across the world that's living in a hut coming over here in America go straight to Yonkers and set up shop? Right. You know what I'm saying? That's not by accident, Slock.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. Real quick, for anybody trying to say this. Back in the 80s and 90s, when I was growing up, it was you wasn't cool if you wasn't selling drugs. Now you're not cool if you're using drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Have turned.
Wait, it's not cool if you're not using drugs.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool if you're not using it. Back then, it was you was super cool selling the drug. You know what I'm saying? Like you was cool. Like yo, you don't sell it. Like you was corny. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, oh, you don't get high. What? You don't drink cough syrup. You know what I'm saying? And pop pills and smoke. What is this weed? Contaminated weed?
Yeah, with E. coli and salmonella and heavy metals and all types of stuff.
Come on, man. This is filthy and disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Hard, what you got to say about this, man? What's going on, man? You got people out here smoking contaminated weed, Hard. What's going on, man? Talk to us.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel exactly what you said. Stop smoking that disgusting drug, because.
Right.
But one thing Blacks and Hispanics got to understand is that them coming out with an article saying that weed might be laced with E. coli, it's not going to stop you from getting high. You buy Newports and it says you'll catch lung cancer on the package. Like they're telling you, the government is telling you that you will catch lung cancer, and yet you'll still go out and get another pack of Newport. Like you must stop getting caught up in your oppressor's snares and his traps, because ultimately your fear of catching lung cancer or E. coli or salmonella poisoning or ODing from fentanyl and heroin is not preventing you from continuing to do those things. The only thing that's going to prevent you from doing those things is if you listen to the priests and prophets in the ISUPK and put this stuff together.
Rogers, I'll put this comment on the board from this Ronald person. No, wrong one. Right here. Yeah, read that comment real quick.
Con.
No,
this is from Ronald Pearson.
He says, speak on tobacco and cocaine before weed.
Listen, we speak on all of it because all of it is wicked.
He's a weed
cocaine
head.
Is just as bad as weed. Tobacco is just as bad as cocaine. Heroin is just as bad as crack. Crystal meth is just as bad as marijuana.
And let me say something real quick, right? Like we've been smoking weed for years. Like you should already know how the effect of it has been doing to us. For years, we've been smoking weed and nothing has came out of it.
Nothing.
And I'm not even talking about if you using it for health reasons, because at the end of the day, it is a plant you use for health reasons. But guess what? Anything that's medical, you stop at one point. Everybody keeps saying, well, it's to keep me from being sick. So you always sick.
Right.
That's what you say. You always sick. And then it's maybe you shouldn't be smoking weed or drinking weed. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you're doing. Maybe you should go see a doctor.
Right.
If you're always sick, if that's your excuse of ingesting weed, you should go see a doctor.
And so they're not ingesting weed for the medicinal purposes because there's THC and there's CBD. You need to separate and get and extract the CBD in order for it to have any medicinal effects. People are just getting high because they love the THC. They love that high experience. They're not doing it for medical reasons.
Real quick, let me ask this question. Brother Ron, that made the comment talk about tobacco and cocaine, correct? Hey, Brother Ron, if you may, if you're still listening, brother, let me ask you a question. Do you smoke weed?
Right. That's a good question. Right.
Can you put that answer in the chat, brother? Do you smoke weed?
Ronald Pearson, do you still smoke weed? If you're in the chat.
Yeah. Most of the times when somebody defends, especially weed,
go down.
One second, so
he said yes.
He said yes.
He said yes. Real quick, sir. Real quick.
No, go ahead, brother.
And Ronald, and we knew that you smoke weed. That's why you're talking about tobacco and cocaine as if one is worse than the other, bro.
Right.
You understand, Ron? Listen, I'm not here to tell you what to do, man. All I'm saying is this: cocaine, weed, tobacco, it'll all kill you, brother.
Right.
You understand? It'll all kill you, brother. Now, look, you could do what you want. We're not here to knock you. You understand what I'm saying? But what we're saying is this: a drug addict is a drug addict.
Right.
Whether you're addicted to Tylenol, whether you're addicted to codeine, whether you're addicted to weed, whether you smoke tobacco, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? whether you chew edibles, whether you get little caramel candies, whether you eat brownies, whether you eat cookies, it don't matter, brother. If you don't have some stomach cancer or it's coming from some medicinal reasons, then brother, you are a drug addict.
Yep,
that's just it. That's just the fact. You are no better than a crackhead, a heroin addict. You're no better than someone who just burns tobacco all day. You're no better than an alcoholic. You're no better. And you as a brother shouldn't even put yourself on a better pedestal. Just say you have an addiction problem and you're just not going to fight it. That's fine. But don't sit here and talk about, we should talk about cocaine and weed first. We're going to talk about drugs.
That's right.
Because your brothers and sisters got murdered and killed over blunts and over weed and so on and so on. So we're not going to just minimize the fact because it's marijuana, brother. Now, if you got an addiction, then fine. You understand what I'm saying? Then you just go ahead and deal with that addiction, brother. But you are a drug addict, and I'm saying that from a brotherly stance. You understand? You want to say something?
Salakia, sir.
Also, Kara has.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So you want to say something?
Oh yeah, no. You pretty much summed it up. I was gonna say that he do smoke weed, but he answered it already. You know, a lot of times people defend weed. Look, you could talk about people's mamas and shit. You know what I mean? Salakia. You can talk about people's mamas, but you talk about that weed. Oh my goodness, man! They'll defend it. You know, they turn into Perry Mason and whatnot. They start defending. They turn into all kinds of defending it to the fullest. And understand that because weed is not projected according to Esau, our oppressor, as a drug like that. It's a drug regardless. Anything that you're addicted to, that you lust over, is bad for you. You know what I mean? Anything you're addicted to, like you said. So, you know, at the end of the day, weed, cocaine, aspirin, promethazine, you know, it's the same thing. You know, anything that alters your mind.
Yeah.
First of all, let's go into witchcraft.
And that's a good point you said about altering your mind. That's a real good point with altering your mind, because Ronald's response was, "Y'all drink, right?" Move your head.
And that he's seen a table full of drinks.
I seen a table full of drinks. That's understandable. Well, for one, drinking is legal. For two, drinking in moderation has nothing to do with mind altering. You understand what I'm saying? And you drink to celebrate. You understand what I'm saying? People drink to celebrate. People drink wine or anything else. You understand? Smoking weed is just a drug that's prescribed by the doctors. They don't prescribe liquor. They don't prescribe beer. They don't prescribe wine. Or maybe sometimes they might tell you to have a glass of wine. It might help with your stomach or something to that effect. But we can drink.
It's lawful according to
it's lawful according to the Bible. What you're doing, because since you're on a so-called religious platform and listen to us, smoking weed is a sin, Ronald.
That's right. Worthy of
death. All right, let's just get past all of that. Smoking weed is a sin, Ronald. All right. Now we're going to turn this a little bit. You're just a stinking, disgusting sinner, and you know better than any other sinner. You know better than a homosexual, Ronald. You get that now? You understand? I try to be peaceful and nice and calm with you. You're just a stinking, disgusting sinner. Drinking is not a sin. Smoking weed is a sin. Just like being a stinking homosexual is a sin, Ronald. Do you understand now? Since you're on this platform listening, you are a stinking, disgusting sinner, Ronald. Besides being a drug addict, Ronald. Do you understand that now? Since you want to talk about DUIs and this, that, and other, you're a stinking, disgusting drug addict sinner who's no better than a stinking pedophile, Ronald. You understand? Yes, you know what? You're in the same category as a homosexual because you're a sinner, Ronald. Right. Do you get it now? Do you understand? Since you're on this platform, if you want to talk about weed, then go on the weed platform. You understand? Go on the weed platform. That's all you got to do. All you weed heads, just go. That's all. Because smoking weed is a sin. Oh, it's in the book of Proverbs. Smoking weed's a sin. That's all you got to. That's all you got to pull up. Don't worry about it. Now, if you want to be a drug addict, be a drug addict. And don't be mad at us that we're not drug addicts. because you can't fight yourself and you don't got no discipline or no self-will. Don't come on here and get mad at us, you stinking drug addict. Just be a drug addict. That's all. And go. There's plenty of 420 rooms you can go to and talk. But don't get mad at us because we're disciplined, strong men in here, and you're just a soft, weak, moist, undisciplined, no willpower having man. That's all. That's no problem. You want to say something, y'all, Shaun? Or y'all, or which one?
No,
of y'all?
I just want to. Oh, Slocky, so go ahead.
Go ahead. Yes,
the water. I got the verse on the book of Proverbs right here, sir, if I may. The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
Say it again.
An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
Oh, and when he digs up that evil, when he goes in that dirt and digs up that weed, go ahead.
And in his lip.
And his what?
And in his lips.
And his what?
His lips.
Go ahead.
There is a burning fire.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can't dig up weed and smoke it. You understand? You can't smoke weed. Because if you can smoke weed, then that means you can sniff cocaine. What you gonna say? Well, it's from the earth. It's an herb. It's an herb. So is cocaine. Right. So is heroin, dummy. So you can do that too. Since you can smoke herbs, how come nobody smokes lettuce?
Or poison ivy.
Right.
How come you're not smoking lettuce, smoking poison ivy and poison oak? How come you're not doing that? Why don't you weed heads answer that? How come you don't smoke lettuce?
Headshot.
That's from the earth. It's green. It's leafy. Why don't you smoke lettuce?
Or make poison ivy
parsley.
edibles.
Why don't you smoke parsley?
What about spinach?
Spinach. There's so many green things you can smoke. Why choose that? Because you're a drug addict.
That's the bottom
line.
And Salaki, if I may, real quick, isn't weed a gateway that they say to using cocaine afterwards?
Con.
Isn't weed a gateway drug towards using cocaine or crack or the harder stuff?
According to them, it's okay because it's from herbs, so it's okay. It's from herbs.
Cocaine is from the herbs too.
Har, you want to say something, Har Yala?
No, Slocky, so go ahead.
Go ahead, Pradza.
Salakia, so you know what I'm saying? What you saying is so hard body one was, and also the I1 was talking about a medicine. Weed supposed to be a medicine. You know, weed is the black man medicine. That's the black man's aspirin. You know what I'm saying? That's the saying in the hood. That's the black man aspirin. And we have to take that aspirin every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? We have to take that aspirin every day, all day, especially being in this oppression, but you can't justify. You know what I'm saying? You sound exactly like an addict. You talking exactly like an addict. I remember back in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? I don't smoke crack. I do coke. That was the argument back in the 80s. I'm not a crackhead. I do coke.
Right.
I still coke.
Put your pinky up with it. What? That's filthy.
Right.
What did Whitney Houston say? I don't smoke crack.
Right.
I do coke. I do coke. And this is the same argument you was back in the early 90s and the 80s. I'm not a crackhead. I do coke. That was the argument right there. And it was two addicts arguing. Two drug addicts arguing.
Right.
And you're doing exactly the same argument right now.
Right.
Same exact
Damn right.
argument as a drug addict.
Man, give him a hand.
You know what I'm saying? Those is drug addict statements. Those is drug addict statements. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's saying exactly the same thing as a drug addict, as an addict do, period.
Exactly.
You know, as an addict do.
Yeah, you keep making them excuses for yourself, brother. That's fine. When you get lung cancer, email us, all right? We'll still come and see you. We'll still come and see you and be there for you.
Let us know.
Right. Let us know.
When your edibles have a lot of heavy metals and you're in the ICU,
no problem, man.
You know what I'm saying? Metals in your lungs.
And what it really comes down to, what it really comes down to is that you'll do whatever your oppressor makes look cool. Like if you was in the jazz clubs back in the 30s, you would have been a heroin addict. And if you was hanging out at the Go-Go's in Studio 54 in the 80s, you would have been a cokehead. And nowadays, because your oppressor has made another snare and made it look cool and made it palatable, you are going to jump into that because you're going to do whatever your oppressor makes cool. If you are so cool, then stop doing it. Let's see you do that. Let's see if you can achieve that.
Right.
That's right.
We say that out of love, brother. We say that out of love because we love
Right.
you, because we don't want to see you strung out on drugs, and we don't want to see you with E. coli and salmonella poisoning, because that's what this article is talking about right now. If you keep smoking that crap, you're going to end up with E. coli and salmonella poisoning.
Right. Exactly. Now listen to the brother. What's his name? James.
Jamie Pandora.
No, that's not him.
No?
That's James Pearson. I think is it something Pearson.
Ronald Pearson.
Ronald Pearson. Now, to Ronald Pearson, and the rest of the crack pack, we're gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna move on because we want to talk to the brothers and sisters that have willpower and are tired of being high. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk to them. That the ones that are tired of being high, we're going to continue to talk to you, to the Pearson and the crack pack or the crack pack, whatever y'all are. We'll deal with y'all at another time. Y'all can still leave comments. We want to get the algorithms going anyway. What are we moving on to? What we got going on next? You know what I'm saying? The Shark Upon, you got anything you want to go on to? You know what are we doing? What are we rolling with?
Since the government had weed made illegal for such a long time, and now it's made illegal, you would think that people would be protected, right? Well, ICE has just accidentally released the identities of over 6,000 protected immigrants. So you thought you were coming over here trying to escape the Mexican cartel? You thought you were safe trying to flee persecution from Haiti or El Salvador, and MS-13 is looking for you in Guatemala, Honduras? Well, listen, now they know where you're at. Now, the people that you're running from know exactly where you're at, because ICE has just accidentally, quote unquote, released the identification, the locations, and names of over 6,000 protected people.
Now, hold on.
Salakia. I'm getting ready to head on out, yo. All right.
Concert.
Okay, concert. Shalom. Yabshkata.
Shalom. Yabashim Shabbat.
Shalom. Yabashim Shabbat.
Atum. Salakia. Yabashim Shabbat. Yabashim Alatum. Bashim Yasha. I'm out.
Brother, you can close out the Deion Sanders tabs.
Now, Sharp, explain this. What does this mean?
Well, people who are seeking protection and asylum and fleeing persecution, from different countries, over 6,000 of them, their names and locations, identities have all been released by ICE. Let's read this article.
Salakia, sir, if I may, sir.
What's up?
If I may, I would like to know how that happened.
Well, let's find out.
Because I remember in 2009, they came for my pops. They came for my pops. They crashed into his car and everything. So how's a tight-knit organization that can find you at the drop of a dime, make a mistake so carelessly as that? Con, sir. ICE accidentally releases the identities of 6,252 immigrants who sought protection in the U.S. Con. Immigrants of customs
immigration.
Slakia. Immigrations and customs enforcement accidentally post the names, birthdays, nationalities, and detention locations of more than 6,000 immigrants who claim to be fleeing torture and persecution to its websites on Monday.
So the names, the birth dates, the nationalities, and where they're located all just been dropped and leaked. So if someone was looking for you in Guatemala, they know where you're at now. If the cartel in Jalisco, Mexico was looking for you, now they know you're living in Chicago. They know exactly where you are at. Keep going.
Con. The unprecedented data dump could expose the immigrants.
It could. It already has.
Keep
going.
All of whom are currently in ICE custody. Retaliation from the very individuals, gangs, and governments they fled. Attorneys for people who have sought protection in the U.S. said the personal information of people seeking asylum of other protections is supposed to be kept confidential. A federal regulation generally forbids its disclosure without sign off by top officials in the Department of Homeland Security.
So you hear that? It's not supposed to be released unless it's signed off. So then what happened here? Keep going.
Calm. The agency is investigating the incident. Calm, the water, sir. And will notify the affected immigrants about the disclosure of their information. The agency has said it will not deport immigrants whose information is mistakenly posted until it is determined whether the disclosure affects their case.
Keep going.
The water, sir. The government will notify people who download the information that they should delete it. The ICE officials are certain about the posting of the data, which includes information about immigrants who sought to avoid the deportation to countries such as Iran, Russia, and China, and are focused on quickly fixing the issue, an urgent official said.
So these people who they name the countries like Iran and Russia and China, those are powerhouses in the world. It makes sense to try to keep their names on the wraps because we have beef with Iran. We got beef with Russia. We got beef with China. I believe Russia, China, I think Iran, North Korea are all trying to come together and build their own currency. I think Osayawa Allah said that in one of his war reports, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So it makes sense for the United States to want to protect them. But Francois from Haiti, he's not important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Antonio from Mexico, he's not important. Listen, this government doesn't care about the immigrants that are Israel.
Right.
Any so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American people, listen, ICE doesn't love you. That's why they have you in detention centers. That's why they have little Hispanic kids in aluminum foil blankets. That's why they had the Haitians on the border and denied them toiletries and other hygiene products. And why Commander General Yohana had to send a whole squad of priests down there to go serve the Issacharites and the Levites that were down there at the border.
That's right.
Any thoughts?
Salakia, sir, and if I may, and as you know, it's the propaganda to say, you know what I'm saying? Because when people think about illegals, automatically you're going to think about you know what I'm saying, a Mexican, you know what I'm saying, a so-called Mexican brother. You know what I'm saying? So a South American sister. This is, you know what I'm saying, this is in our mind. This is the propaganda that, you know what I'm saying, that they push. And don't realize these other nations are illegals. But it's nobody's going for, you know what I'm saying, nobody's going after them, going after these other nations. Salakia, sir.
Salakia, sir, and if I may, in the United States, the most illegal immigrant is the East Indian. And he's all in your bodegas. You know what I'm saying? He's selling you cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? He's the one saying, what's going on, buddy? But he's the one selling the dope in our communities as well. You know what I'm saying? But no one wants to address that, though, sir. That's all, sir.
Right.
Come on, don't do that. Come on.
How you have something to say?
Anything you want to add?
Well, what our people need to understand is that this country, the United States, is incapable of protecting you. You have no protection in this country. You could come over here and search for a better life. Your ancestors could have been slaves here. You could have came over from Jamaica or from Haiti or from any Hispanic country. Please know that this country is incapable of protecting you. In fact, they work in the contrary. The only place that you will receive protection from in this disgusting place is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and the Community. If you're not searching for leadership in here, don't search for leadership elsewhere, because all you'll get is federal organizations that'll leak your information and get you on somebody's hit list. You'll get sellouts like Deion Sanders. You'll get fake leaders who will sell you out at the drop of a dime. There is no protection for you here. The only place that you're going to be protected is in this school. Salakia.
Anyone else?
So, Salakia, if I may, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. They sell people for money, because this country has a history of doing shady business. I'm saying when it comes to drug trafficking or even sex trafficking, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised because this country has a shady history, especially when it comes to God's chosen people. But that's all I wanted to say, sir. So luck, yeah.
Let me get Ecclesiastes. I think it's 10 and 12 or 12 and 10. Trust not thy oppressor, trust not thy enemy. Baba Shah. Because we shouldn't expect the United States government to protect anyone unless they have some type of benefit they can gain.
Right.
Come on, sir.
Go ahead, read.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy.
Never what?
Never trust thy enemy.
Listen, for all Black, Hispanic, and Native American people trying to come into America because it's the land of the free and the home of opportunity, listen, you should never what?
Never trust thy enemy.
If you're fleeing persecution, if the cartel is after you, if the MS-13 is trying to come kill you, if the Haitian government is trying to silence you so that way you can stop the rebellion and uprising for the Haitians over there in Haiti, what should you do?
Never trust thy enemy.
You should never trust your enemy. And here, the American government is the biggest enemy.
Damn right.
Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Keep going.
So like as iron rusteth.
For like what?
So like as iron rusteth.
You know, iron will eventually rust. It will start to diminish, start to deteriorate, starts to change colors. Keep going.
Khan. So is his wickedness.
Listen, just like iron is sure to rust. Listen, that American man in that suit with the American flag, little pendant, and he's shaking your hand saying he's going to give you protection. Listen, he's going to show you his wickedness eventually. It's only a matter of time where he's going to make a deal with you to give you safety and then sell you out. Yes, Ron?
And it's like, so if I may, they show you on TV when those Ukrainian immigrants came into Mexico, gave them asylum, gave them tents, gave them blankets, gave them food, real blankets, not tinfoils, gave them pillows, gave them clothes. They show you in your face that we don't give a damn about you, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian.
Right.
Die. You know what I'm saying, sir? We care about us. That's what they care about, sir. And Black, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we got to read the scripture and realize they're enemies. You can't change them. They're going to show you their true colors. But we don't want to wake up.
You're absolutely right. Anything else? Ariella, you said you sent a few articles over to let it be known 1969 at gmail.com, right? Any articles you want to talk about?
Well, I sent over a few, but particularly one that I found interesting was the one about the lottery.
The lottery? Okay. Hold on 1 second. Scroll down a little bit. Keep going. Hold on. Yeah, right here. The first heart, the first right down, right there. You can click that. And let's share this. All right, so before we show this article, hold on, Parataza. Ariella, so talk about this article real quick before we pull it up.
Well, the reason why I find this interesting is because this came directly from CNN. And I cannot remember a time prior to this where CNN came out with an article shedding light on the direct discrimination of an institution against our people. And so what CNN is saying is that based on their research and based what they see, the lottery, you know, like lotto, you go play lotto, you can play it in any state, you know, you got the chances of winning $1 billion or so. They put out an article saying that the lottery in every state specifically targets our people and disenfranchises us and keeps us in a state of believing that we can win the lotto. And then they specifically advertise the Black and brown communities, and that is showing discrimination in that aspect.
All right, let's get it.
We're gonna read it here, brother. You go ahead and break the article down. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a good grip on it. We're gonna go ahead and break it down. Let's get to the article real quick. Let's read that title real quick.
Sir. Stacked against you. Critics say the lottery system is preying on poor communities.
The lottery system's doing what?
Preying on poor communities.
What kind of communities?
Poor communities.
You know, you would think that if the rich get richer, they would be preying more on rich communities. They would be trying to get rich people to buy more lottery tickets, but they are preying on poor communities. You could go ahead, sir.
CNN reports as lottery players across the nation accept that they don't win the historic 2.04 billion Powerball jackpot Slovakia this week. Slovakia. Experts are pointing to the flaws of the lottery system. They say unfairly targets poor, black, and brown communities.
What communities?
Poor, black, and brown communities. Lottery officials say that that the lone winner ticket holder in a large lottery prize over was sold in Altadena, California. The winner matched all 6 numbers, the odds of which are 1 and 2 and 292 million. But despite the extreme low chances of any winning, state lottery continue to market and sell tickets to low-income communities at higher rates, lending these Americans to believe it is a quick way to build wealth. Research say these communities are disproportionately made up of black and brown people. Critics say the consequences is that marginalized people will be driven onto deeper debt by the system that is transferring wealth out of our communities.
Right. And if you could, sir, drop down to the paragraph where it says, why is the lottery appealing to vulnerable people?
Keep scrolling.
If I may, Slocky, sir, if I may. And it's crazy because I remember growing up into now that my mother always tell me, yo, go play these numbers for me. Play, here's your birthday. Play your daddy's birthday. For over since I was born. You understand? And when I come to the truth, I debate my mother, yo, mom, you're never going to win. But she don't want to hear that. I damn near get cursed out for telling her the truth. Because she has the same hope that I'm going to win this jackpot. Everything's going to be all right. You understand? But that proves you that the white man's a goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. You understand?
Right.
Impressive. Salaki, let me get a little bit of it real quick. Why is the lottery appealing to vulnerable people? Jonathan Cohen, author of For a Dollar and a Dream, State Lotteries in Modern America, said the lottery represents a mechanism of the American dream for many people. Cohen said, when the economy and unemployment rates are suffering, many lottery players see the game as a chance to get ahead.
Right. And that's our people. Our people who seek after this disgusting American dream, which fails them consistently, generation after generation, hold on to one last shred of hope, which is that lottery ticket. My cousin's grandfather, man, I remember going to his house one time, and I went in his room, and he had, I'm talking like an entire storage worth of old lottery tickets. And I'm looking at all of these old lottery tickets, and I will never forget him telling me, he was an old Vietnam vet. He said, you want to know something? If I had all my dollars back from all of these 30, 40 years of buying lottery tickets, I wouldn't have problems retiring now. I could retire off of the money that I've spent buying lottery tickets and thus chasing after this fake American dream that this devil's talking about now. You could keep going, sir.
Con. And for folks who, especially black and brown Americans, maybe face discrimination in the traditional economy.
Because we face discrimination in the traditional economy. We face discrimination in the housing market. We face discrimination in the banking market. We face discrimination in the job market. And so we are always left on the bottom in this society. Keep going.
Well, the lottery doesn't discriminate. Anyone has just as terrible odds of winning, says Cohen. David Just, a professor in the Department of Economics at Cornell University, had a similar take. Just said during tough economic times, people are more likely to make risky spending decisions. For example, Just noted that during the COVID-19 pandemic, there was an uptick in lottery playing. Just called it a setback mentality that puts them in a risky task mode.
You hear what this devil's saying? This devil's saying that the reason why our people go out and buy more lottery tickets during hard times because it puts us in the mentality of what?
Risk-taking mode.
And you want to know something? He's right. He's right.
John.
Poverty will put you in a risk-taking mode. And this is why the lottery system, as well as the criminal justice system, will always be there to take advantage of your poverty. And when you gain the mentality of going into a risk-taking mode. Then that's all I got about that. You know, y'all could chime in. Salakia.
I just want to read this last one. He said low-income people should instead be saving money and building wealth.
Right.
This is what this oppressor said that low-income people should be doing instead of spending money. We should save money and build wealth. Now, when you're low income, it's hard not to spend money because you got bills.
Right.
Unfortunately, you got a low income, so it's hard to save money when the money that comes in has to go to somebody else. What you going to eat? Tree bark? You know, what are you going to do? It's hard. It's hard to get by. This is why. Big up to my man Paratazai, you know what I'm saying, in the Israelite School UPK under Captain Shemawala, who's under Commander General Yohana, and we have an extremely strong food program here in the UPK. Extremely food program here, especially in New York and across the nation. Our food program is strong here in the UPK. That's why brothers and sisters that are low income, they can save some money. They can try to build some wealth because they can come and get free food from the UPK. You understand? Free clothing. It's wintertime here in New York. It's wintertime all over the place, but it's cold here. It's cold in Chicago. It's cold in Detroit. It's cold in these places. And you can get free coats here. You can get free sweaters and jeans and socks and drawers and everything else right here. So it can give you opportunity to save your money. You understand? This is why we need to, the earliest theme is we need to stick together. You understand what I'm saying? The Powerball is not going to get it. Some old oppressor named Ethel is going to get it out in Ohio somewhere, and she's going to win the Powerball. She's going to win all the millions of money, and you are not going to get a dime from me. You're going to waste all your money playing give me my birthday and give it to me straight and box it for $1. You're going to lose all that money. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're not going to get nothing. You understand? So the best thing to do is what? Let's take it back to a Black Wall Street mentality and stay within each other. There was a time back in the day where black folks ran numbers. You know what I'm saying? We ran the lotto scene until it was stolen from us from the Italians.
Right.
You understand? We ran that. That was our thing. We created that. And that's just a fact. You understand? Now, since the Italians have stolen it, I mean, this is a worldwide, excuse me, not worldwide thing, but this, American thing where everybody can just play lotto and all of that. You know what we should do? Fall back from it and leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? And start our own thing. We like to roll dice. Let's start a dice rolling thing or something. Let's start a dice rolling ring. You know what I'm saying? Or something to where we can have our own little income and circulate our own money. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we really need to do. And it all starts with us sticking together. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you.
Okay, so if I could, let me get two things. Peraza, go to the email I just sent you about the black towns and go to, if I could, give me Proverbs 10 and 15, right? Because our oppressor knows that a strong city is the most important thing to have. And that's what the wealth comes in. That's why he always preys on so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, us being poor. And the scripture is going to break it down. But before that, the scripture, we've always had wealth as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's why, as I say every week, I do a series on the destruction of black streets. Because all the towns we ever had, all the wealth we ever had, all the hospitals and the banks or whatever you could ever think of our oppressor had, we have. But the problem is every time we left and had our own cities, guess what they did? They burned it. They blew it up. They put it underwater. They did this. They did that. And we're going to just show a couple of them from the article Paratazai is going to pull up. But before that, give me the Proverbs 10 and 15 if I could.
Khan, it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 15.
Right.
The rich man's wealth.
The what?
The rich man's wealth is his strong city.
Right. And they know that. Listen, the rich man's wealth is his strong city. That's why when you look at America, they have all these great cities, man. That's where their wealth comes in. It comes in from Manhattan and Houston or whatever is the capital of any state. Guess what? That's where their strong wealth comes from. The rich man's wealth comes from a strong city. But what else did it say?
Come on, sir. The destruction.
The what?
The destruction.
The what?
The destruction.
The destruction. Keep going.
Of the poor.
Of the who?
Of the poor.
Of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Or what?
Of the poor.
Uh-huh.
Is their poverty.
And it's our poverty, man. The destruction is us being in this turmoil that we're in right now, man. And they know that. Us banking on the lottery every week and listen, the Powerball is what? Like almost at 400 again? Or the Mega Millions is that like almost at 400?
Wasn't a $500 million not too
That's
long
the
ago?
Powerball. Every other damn week, Mega Million, 400, 500 million. Powerball, $1 billion. And guess what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, what we do? We come together at work like, yo, you want to get down on this? I put 5 on this. Listen, if we all come together and bring money in and win this Powerball, we don't ever have to work again. Well, it's even simpler than that. If we all just came together and left America, and when I mean leave America, I mean stop going to their businesses.
That's right.
Stop shopping with them. Stop dealing with their people. Stop marrying their women and men. Right, get out their churches, their religions. Come together like we've always had. Go ahead.
Don't leave the HBCUs to go to their colleges.
Yeah, exactly. Don't leave the HBCUs to go to their colleges. Come together with your people. But I just want to show you an example of a few towns that we had and they destroyed. Paradise, if you have the article.
Yeah, what you about to bring up? What you about to bring up real quick is some towns that we had at one point in time, and we have these towns no more. Is that what you're saying?
Right, we don't have them no more. Why?
They're gone.
Your oppressor destroyed them.
Right.
He destroyed all our wealth in our strong cities. He destroyed them. Why? Because he knows the destruction of the poor is our poverty.
Now, real quick, I just want to say this real quick. Now, what you're bringing out, you brought this out before.
I bring this out
in your Long Island class on Saturdays, right?
Sir.
Y'all better tune into that Long Island class on Israel headquarters on Saturdays, man. This brother brought this out. This is a real heavy article. I hope y'all paying attention. Even you crackheads out there, you weed heads that's listening. I hope y'all paying attention to this. This is real material right here. All right, not your addiction. This is real material. I hope you're paying attention. I hope y'all spreading this word too. We got a whole bunch of people watching. Oh, not a whole bunch. We got a lot of people watching. Let's hit that like button, the share button, and continue to comment. We appreciate y'all, man. And hit that share button. But more importantly, pay attention to what's about to be brought out.
Absolutely. Now, if you could, I read number 2. Someone read number 2. Not just one person, but let's all get involved. Go just drop down. Yeah, number 2 is in numbers. There's 5 towns. So read number 2, the number 2 town.
I'll read it. I'll read it for you. Cowaliga, Benson, Alabama.
Right.
Turns out Alabama's Lake Martin is built on the previous majority black town.
Wait, say what? A lake who?
Lake Martin.
So listen, if you live in Alabama and Lake Martin, it was what happened, sir?
Built on the previous majority black town called Cowaliga. It is home of the first black-owned railroad.
Say what?
It is home to the first black-owned railroad.
Wait, niggas can't make nothing.
It is home to the first black-owned railroad.
Keep going.
Started by William E. Benson.
I need to go write this brother's name down, man. Go write him up. Write this name down and go look him up, man. We always talk about let's never forget this brother. Because who knows this brother? How much of us know of him? We know about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Ahmad Ali. We all know about these other brothers, but what about them? What about him? The one that started a what, sir?
First black-owned railroad.
Let's talk about this brother. Keep going.
William E. Benson,
right,
and the Black School Cowaliga Academic and Industrial Institute. William is the son of John Benson, who was enslaved and then freed.
Right.
He went on a journey to rescue his sister in Florida.
He did what?
Went on a journey to rescue his sister in Florida, who was separated during slavery. And they made their way back to Alabama.
Saved his sister. Keep
Damn
going.
right. John purchased thousands of acres of land sold to black families,
right,
where he formed a community.
He did what?
Formed a community.
A strong black family, what?
Formed a community.
The rich city is a strong town, what?
Formed a community.
And he knew that. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, guess what? We always knew that we can make it on our own.
Damn right.
We always knew it, and we did it thousand upon thousand upon thousand of times, man.
That's right.
1,000 upon times. But you know what the problem is, right?
Weed.
Weed
head.
Weed, all the marijuana, the drugs, all that. But the greatest part is your oppressor is following you right behind your coattail every time.
That's right.
Y'all show him real quick. Go ahead.
So if I may, so this brother whose name is what again, sir?
William E. Benson.
So William E. Benson was not only a wealthy man, he was a hero, a rebel that went against the oppressor.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I think you know who Batman was based on.
If I may, to elaborate on what you're just saying, just to piggyback off it, he wasn't just only that. He loved his people. That's right. Really what counts. Right. You know, he loved his people. Go ahead.
When you have the oppressor saying that y'all never did nothing, when you look at all the inventions we came up with, the stoplight, vaccines, the spark plug that's in your car to make it go, what's the thing that charges your heart when your heart goes out? That machine when you to charge to give you the pacemaker. You know what I'm saying? Open heart surgery. You know what I'm saying? Just to get you to not go to history, let you know that you built this country. Black, Spanish, Native American
everything.
Indians. We built
everything. You know, so like sir, if I may, also in the middle of being oppressed,
right?
In the middle, you know what I'm saying. In the middle of your oppressor's country, we still was doing great by ourselves.
Right. And the thing people need to understand: inventions came from why? To make things easier. Like I always bring up, who you think invented the broom? A black man. Why? Because he probably had to use his hands to pick up stuff. And he was like, how can I make it easier for me?
Right.
So he invented what? The broom. Right. And guess who uses the broom now? Your goddamn oppressor uses the broom. But guess what? He don't even like cleaning.
And you know why? To reword it, what you're saying, not reword it, but to say it in a different way, right? Poverty brings on creativity.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Being in poverty just brings on creativity. You learn they call it improvising. You understand what I'm saying? You learn to improvise because you're poor. And you're just like, yo, how can I do this without, I don't have this and I don't want to spend it on this, but what can I do to make this right? So you have to improvise. You understand what I'm saying? That's why mama can make a meal out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. We know how to improvise, and these brothers knew how to improvise and provide at the same damn time. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the oppressor hates. They hate about us. Like, God damn it, we be trying to crush y'all, but somehow y'all still know how to make it. Ooh, wow, you made that, so they're gonna take it now and give you weed and all types of other garbage and make you numb and dumb. And that's what they say. Get off your feet. Stop being stupid, because they know you don't know nothing about it. Because they done drugged you up enough and fed you enough of their poison. And we took that poison and made it our tradition. You know what I'm saying? So now they know they can say that. They can say that garbage because they know this nigga don't know, because I dumbed him down so much he don't know. Right. You know what I'm saying? If Karab wasn't bringing this out, a lot of people in this chat room wouldn't know a goddamn thing about what he just read about.
That's right.
You understand? They wouldn't know nothing about William E. Benson. But who they know about? They know about Martin Luther King.
Right. And I'm glad you.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I'm glad you brought out Martin Luther King, because our people need to understand the curse of integration. Right. Integration is a process of you coming up with all the greatest inventions, you coming up with all the strongest football players, you coming up with all the most genius ideas, and then filtering it all out to another people, and you left with pennies. It's only when our people had our own that our people reap the benefits of our genius. But it's only when we integrate with these bastards that people like Deion Sanders are brought up in the Christian church and taught to chase after their riches, as opposed to using his God-given talents to enrich our people. That is the whole process. That's literally the whole process of sports.
Right.
The whole process of sports is to take our biggest, our brightest, our smartest, our fastest, and our strongest, and give them the promise of leaving their neighborhoods, of leaving their people, of going off to a different school and joining a fraternity to learn the culture of a different people, and then spend the rest of your life as a slave earning for those other people, like the Shaquille O'Neals of the world, and that disgusting Charles Barkley, and the Steve Harveys of the world. They are brought up with a Christian mentality that teaches them to take all of their greatest talents and their big, strong, fast, athletic bodies and to take all of it, leave where they came from, leave their people, and go give the benefits that God gave them onto another people. That is the curse of integration. And that's what you get when you listen to pastors like Dr. Martin Luther King.
Right. Right, Con, absolutely. Give him another hand, man. Absolutely.
Let me just finish
Nah,
this.
go ahead.
Finish the because it's not over. Just finish this real quick because I want to read one more real quick. Finish to where it says what happened after, because this is important.
Right here. Continuation. William helped his dad expand the family business.
Right.
After William's death and the closing of the school, Cowaliga was destroyed.
What?
Destroyed.
It was what?
Destroyed to make room for Lake Martin.
So what do you think your oppressor did, man? He doesn't want to see any black towns grow. He doesn't. Everything we build, he destroys. And the thing about it, he waited for him to die. He was like, you know what? Once he's gone, bulldoze it.
Right.
Throw water over top of it. This ain't nothing new. If we could drop down to 5, because this is the best one.
Real quick, I want people out, the brothers and sisters listening, please go. I want you to Google Lake Martin and go to the images and see what Lake Martin looks like right now. That used to be a black town. Slock. That's what to say that real
put
quick.
the blunt edibles away.
Let's do that. Number 5. You ready?
Go ahead. So, yeah.
Vanport, Oregon. In the 1940s, Vanport.
Wait, the what?
In the 1940s.
No, that's too long ago.
1940s.
I bet you some of us in the chat was born in the 40s if you old enough, right?
1940s.
Salakia, sir. My mother was born in 45.
Yeah, listen. It says the 19 what?
40s.
Keep going.
Vanport was the center of a booming shipyard industry because of World War II and quickly became the second largest city in the state.
Keep going.
But as World War II saw white males,
They saw who?
White males,
They hated niggas in the army. What?
white males drafted to serve overseas,
Right.
a labor shortage pulled in a great migration of blacks from the South. With soldiers being drafted overseas to fight in the war, Oregon saw a labor shortage. This resulted in a great migration of black Americans from the South. These new workers needed places to live. As the Albina neighborhood was the only place where black people could live legally, it became too small for the growing population of black Americans, and Vanport was built as a temporary housing solution. As it peaks, 40,000 residents.
How much?
40,000.
How much black people?
40,000 residents, or 40% were African American.
Keep going.
But then in 1948, massive flooding erupted in the neighborhood, and city officials didn't warn residents of the dangerously high water levels. Many didn't evacuate in time. The town was wiped out within a day.
In a what?
In a day.
Wait, a week.
Within a day.
In 24 hours, the town was wiped out. Oh, remember, 40,000 residents of blacks, Hispanics, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Man, keep going.
18,500 families were displaced, more than a third of black American. Today, that area is known as Delta Park.
Wait, what is it today?
Delta Park.
Wait, what?
Delta Park.
I could play ball where?
Delta
I
Park.
could go with my daughters and barbecue what?
Delta Park.
And that's right there letting you know your oppressor is the devil, man.
That's right.
He's the absolute devil. This is why you need to stop smoking weed and stop being a drunkard, because it's not just weed, it's the alcohol too. Stop being a drunkard. Stop being a whore, a prostitute. Stop selling your people for millions of dollars. Why? Because we came together and made towns. But the problem is we don't love each other enough. We don't love each other enough, because when you come to a town, what ends up happening? Somebody got to go mess with a white girl. Somebody got to bring their white family along. And what? Then she's gonna complain. They try to rape me. They did this, they did that. And what happens? They kill everybody in the town, or they kill one person and then they kick you out. Next thing you know, your town's a damn park for everybody to enjoy, where it should have been a black town where any of us can go to, man.
Right, right.
But that's
Come on. Give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, most high in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all, we pretty much up on the time. Matter of fact, no, we're not. We got one more. We got a couple more things to do, right?
And real quick, if we could, right? Let's go on a break because I have the war report. It's a video.
Right. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? The brother asked, what's that song? I'm trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just I can't remember what brother made that song. We'll try to find it for you, brother. We're gonna play a couple of songs and then playing them songs. Brother or sister, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? We'll try to find that song for you. You know what I'm saying? Go back to that real quick though. Most high in Christ. On the S road. What did S road say? Freemanstown, Texas, Houston, Little Harlem. Okay, most high in Christ, Greenwood. Yeah, most high in Christ. Since you bring them, give her a hand. You know what I'm saying? Most high in Christ. Absolutely. I want brothers and sisters to please look at these towns, look at these places, and this is how great we really are. Don't let them lie to you and say we can't come together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Brothers upset that we call them brothers crackheads and weed heads. We say it because we love you. You understand what I'm saying? I had to be told the same thing in order to stop being that way. We love you, you know what I'm saying? But you're a crackhead and you're a weed head. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we're gonna keep on loving y'all the hard way. And y'all look these towns up, man. We can't stick together. We can't love each other. You know what I'm saying? We can make things great again. Don't worry, brother. Sawap, the war report is coming. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take a break. We're gonna get it one time. Let's play some music, all right? Let's mute these mics and let's get it going.
And we'll be back with the war report.
One West is who raised, son. That's where I came from. That is my A1s. I'm talking day one. Rest of these niggas out here is just fake, son. Look, you can hate, son. You cannot take, son. I've been in every hood out of my state, son. Out in these streets, I'm steady blazing. Looking to cut a nigga like I'm Jason. I am the one. This is the Matrix. Going so hard that they think I'm an agent. Going so hard that they said I'm a Mason. These are the facts, though. I'm just amazing. There is no other way that I could state them. I earn my spot, they'll never be vacant. These niggas lazy. They got complacent. They want to love all these fucking Caucasians. How the fuck we gonna rebuild our nation? You niggas feminine. Go get some makeup. Sorry, but my love is only for Jacob. We had some hard days. We learned some hard ways. Always. Just know that I pray that we get it out the dust. Only thing that I trust, knowing that my niggas gon' bust. Just thumbing up the rush, thinking that you won't get touched. Fuck when my brother get crushed. Been through too much, always come through in the clutch. Nigga just do what it does. Fuck you thought shit was. Nigga, it wasn't. Know that I do this a dozen. Always kept it 100. Niggas know I never stunning. And I keep shit running, even on the days when the pain keep coming, or a nigga fucked up and he feel like numbing. Show goes on, I just keep on drumming my faith, even on the days I wanna break. Saying how much could I take, still kept my faith, even when these niggas act fake. Even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wait. Some days that my heart had ache, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break. Some days that my heart had ache, still kept my faith.
Dark days. No night vision, that's why my heart is a cave and there's ice in it. Don't even trust niggas no more, Lord is my witness. Me and these niggas ain't the same, it's a slight difference. Thought a nigga had my back, now it's a knife in it. But now I'm back at the back like it's the ninth inning. Still got the backpack packed in the back of the camp van. Taking any given chance to blaze on the white man. Son of Benjamin, born on the right hand. Never losing grip, I understand who I am. Met a man that showed me the right path. Now I'm rooted in the truth, to rule is my plan. And I can never lose sight like an exam. Sharp as iron, I was forged by fireman. In the circle of life, how could I tell you, man? I was undesired, had no one, and then I met these men and it changed how I'm living. Their words was convicting, called that a life sentence. Now I need a witness, but no, I'm not Christian. My faith in these scriptures, man, not no religion, man. It's like Tazab, and I'm with my brother Katazab. Man, you niggas too sweet like baklava. Niggas better not make a nigga bring them choppers out. Better pray for your health like the doctors out. Just be faithful, one day you'll be thankful. Wonder why they hateful. Luckily I got angels. I'm so thankful. Yes, I'm so thankful. used to be ashamed, and even before I
I still kept my faith, even on the days I wanna break. Saying how much could I take? Still kept my faith, even when these niggas act fake. Even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake. Some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break. Some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
Yeah. Mic check 1, 2, you hear me? 144 back again. Run it back. Yeah.
It's time to leave the enemy desolate. I'm heaven sent. These niggas just on some extra shit, and I ain't impressed with it. Could you kick that bullshit to the left of me? Hey, look, you can't deny this excellence. I use this mic like weaponry, and I've been seeking more clarity. Right now, I'm ready as I'll ever be, rugged as I ever been. The devil knocking at my door, I'ma let him in. Cause I'm a worthy adversary. Pour them liqueur, laced with rosemary. It's time to grind, ain't no time to tarry. Take one of mine, get your soul carried. I got them worried, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They fickle, they false. Got a big ball, so end up in the real issue. Fuck with my brethren, I deal with you. Yeah. Look, it's getting real official. Seeing how them bitches can cross you, and how they still twist you. It'll hit you, then peel a tissue. Them others weak, my brother's been sent to the deep. So tell me, how can I turn the other cheek while this wicked world trying to smother me? Something gotta shake, I'm gonna cry it out. Time to gird up my loins and ride out. In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my soul I feel devastation. In my eyes I see desolation. Out my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. But I don't wanna see no more.
Beat the cops, beat the ops, beat the motherfucking eyes. I'm the one. Why you think that I've been rolling with a cod? Your little arms is too short to hotbox with God. French is long, team strong with them. A gun, die would die. Tired of these fake snakes, crooked nates who oppress Jake. No pressure makes diamonds I won't break on this crooked landscape. We gon' make some shake, so I ain't got time to argue with you fucking reprobates. While these crackers getting richer when we raise the crime rate, and they hunt my people like gorillas and some primates. So we in these streets trying to raise a brother's mind state in every concrete jungle, from Cali to the tri-state. I buried brothers over beef that they couldn't squash. Blood in the streets, brains out like galosh. I trust the cracker when I mix that squash. You listening to real niggas, dog, who can't be bought. Whoa. Why you think I go so hard? Cause this world's fucked up, nigga, I've been scarred. PTSD, brothers can't drop their guard. Every day some bullshit, you gotta weave and bob. It's no facade, so every day I'm on my job. It's time to send these devils to the land of Nod. Cause when I lost my religion, that's when I found God. So when I lost my religion, nigga, I found God.
In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. And I don't wanna see no more.
I ain't a people pleaser. Huh. Yeah. I ain't a people pleaser, I don't like people either. I don't care if your Nas or Jigga ain't wanna meet you. Just give me my motherfucking check if we do a feature. Tell Michael Jordan he can keep his fucking sneakers. Walk inside your favorite church and just drop your preacher. Cause he ain't gonna drop the right shit that he should teach you. But what about Obama? Nigga, I don't like him either. What has he done for us? 6 years or plus. All our leaders only care about in God we trust. But do they trust in God? It's all a facade. See through the mirage, diamonds in the cars. They got $1 million houses, have you seen ours? See, we get mesmerized and fail to recognize that they don't sympathize, cause now they living better lives. Cause they got some money, we see them as demigods. But they'll be sleeping in that same place when that semi-fives. You ain't bigger than me, ain't God, ain't Christ, no father figure to me. You just another nigga to me. We breathe the same air, fuck if you richer than me. Ain't never been iller than me. I got bodies on the track, you ain't no killer to me. You just another nigga to me. We both gonna die one day, you ain't no different than me.
Aiming at them ass-eating pastors, 3-piece suited up, fuck about your status. It's gonna get you oozied up. Kingdom suffer violence while you tiptoe like a burglar. Stuff for ransom in them while it's handed from the murderer. And you never consider the po who can't afford shit. Riding under limo tent, hiding like they rolled in. Bitches think they so slick, left the people hopeless. Bullets through them decorated speeches, shoot for posts with it in case you have it noticed. Christ the rest of the soldiers, 144,000 ain't bringing no roses. Fuck about you penny chasers, bitch I'm a Henny taster. And I got that thing blending in it to disintegrate ya. Death to all you Jimmy Bakers for black ballers. Now hold them in them black coffins. Crimes taking crimes, ready to make wars, so you hoes just don't have to lay them down.
You ain't bigger than me, ain't God, ain't Christ, no father figure to me. You just another nigga to me. We breathe the same air, fuck if you richer than me. Ain't never been iller than me. I got bodies on the track, you ain't no killer to me. You just another nigga to me. We both gonna die one day, you ain't no different than me. 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 Ain't God, ain't Christ, no father figure to me. You ain't no different than me. You ain't no different than me. You ain't no different than me. We both gonna die one day. You ain't no different than me.
Give me Exodus 4:22. And how in the hell did you try to take this Bible and use it for everybody? You stupid as hell. You dumb as hell. This Bible is what's going to condemn you. Because this is the book of the Israelite. You should have destroyed this book, you dumb so-called white people. Instead of going around and trying to use the Bible is the book that's going to destroy your world.
Excuse me, everyone, I have a brief announcement to make. Jesus was black, Ronald Reagan was the devil, and the government is lying about 9/11. Thank you for your time and good night.
Shalom, Mark. Shalom, Mark. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Barakathah.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Barakathum.
No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they folk, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that troll, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goals, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow.
Hey, who shall be smalls? If we don't get them, they gon' get us all. And I'll be damned if I just sit back while my people fall. There is no contestant when we all in this together, so let's come together now so we can end this shit forever. I don't wanna go to school, I'd rather read up on my enemies and study all the methods used to kill my people mentally. Sex, money, and drugs is destroying our identity, and this ain't nothing new. This shit been going on for centuries. Instead of fighting for rights, we should have been fighting for our land. Now we fighting for the man. They'll go right into their plan, and I'm sick of this. It's ridiculous how the government is such hypocrites. They make the laws, then break the laws. How serious should I take the laws? My blood, homie, I take a loss. This family first, worst come to worst, and I die for mine. Me and my niggas, we charged up like alkaline. We strapped up like Caliban. When it's wartime, I'm on the front line. Facts life, I'm acting like I was born again. It's the afterlife.
No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they close. So I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that drone, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goals, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Check it, get your life right, cause this the last call. Christ coming back and he's gonna judge us all. It can happen while you shopping, walk around the mall. Where you from, where you at, Babylon will fall. Lose your head by the sword or obey his laws. You hear them drum beats? We in the midst of war, but it's a holy one. I speak the holy tongue. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakathum. I got the most high power, I ain't need a gun. I'll be out here repping till his kingdom come. His bread's for the children, you can't get a crumb. Yeah, they hear me, they ain't feeling where I'm coming from. But la-di-da-di, fuck everybody from the Catholic Church to Illuminati. Christ coming back, not an Anunnaki trying to warn the people, but they tried to knock me. What you thought that I wasn't gonna throw my voice in? Fuck all of y'all, white Jesus poison. No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they close. So I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that drone, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goals, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they close, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that drone, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goals, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow.
Ow!
Mm-hmm. You're having that dream where you made the white people riot, weren't you?
But I was telling the truth.
How many times have I told you, you better not even dream about telling white folk the truth? You understand me? Shoot. Making white people riot. You better learn how to lie like me. I'm gonna find me a white man and lie to him right now.
Yeah, we back.
You want water?
No water. So like, if you could,
no, the one under the table, brother. Yeah.
If you could move the camera over a little bit. But yeah, we back. But before we get started with one more article, I couldn't
what?
I had to put the war report on Facebook. But what we're gonna do is, if you go on Facebook on my profile, I have it posted. So if you could just show everybody what the war report is. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into the war report. Y'all just missed Captain Zakar, man. Captain Zakar was right in here.
Give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, give him a hand.
All you need to know is, listen, we have all these programs to get brothers and sisters off anything you could think of. You know what I'm saying? And especially we got programs and things to get brothers out of the prison system. You know what I'm saying? When you come home out of prison, you wondering what the hell you could do. Well, guess what? We have a program for you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're in prison, we're going to help you. You wondering how you're going to get books, how you're going to get food, how someone's going to take care of you. Listen, the brotherhood here in the ISUPK is going to take care of you in prison. Have a loved one if you contact us. Even if you don't have a loved one, I see brothers and sisters in prison with phones, man. You know what I'm saying? Email us, and we'll try to help you as best as we can while you in the belly of the beast. You understand? But if you could, now it's on Facebook. You gotta go on my Facebook. Yeah, Ashar, if you could just help him go with the video quick. Go on the Facebook.
Until then, y'all, big up to my West Coast brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Give them a hand, please, Baba Shah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Give them a hand. You know, big up to the brothers out there. Heard the Las Vegas cookout was on fire. You know what I'm saying? The whole itinerary was just lit up and on fire, man. You know what I'm saying? So big up to Las Vegas. Big up to my man Haryala, who's still out there. You know what I'm saying? Still out there enjoying himself. You know what I'm saying? Big up to that brother out there and all of that. You know what I mean? So it's a big deal. It's always a beautiful thing when blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans come together in one spot and it's not a riot or a fight or a funeral or something crazy going on. It's nothing but, genuine brotherhood and genuine sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? ISUK is the place to be, no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
This
And
is the place.
Slakia, sir, if
Go ahead,
I
brother.
may, big up to Precinct Officer Yatazar.
Oh yeah, give him a press
Precinct
that.
Officer Yatazar. Last night while we was in the club, Officer Yatazar had the DJ throw on the UPK music. Officer Akkad, Slakia, Captain Akkad, Captain Ty Ward had him throw on the UPK music in the club. It was jumping all night. So
Yeah.
big up to Precinct Officer Yatazar.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, I was like, damn right. You know what I'm saying? That's what the world needs to hear, the ISUBK's music, man. It's better than all this worldly music you hear out there. If I could, we have the video right now with the war report with Yawala, but if I could, play it for the people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ready, whenever. Just play it. Has his own intro now and everything.
What's going on? Yawala here, Officer of 1,000 for the war report. Listen, I had to phone them in this time, man. They wasn't letting me out. They following and tracking my moves. You know what I mean? Thank goodness I can get this quick dossier to Officer Karab. You know what I mean? But listen, we got a digital war going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Everyone don't understand how tied in everything is. Listen, first on the list, New Zealand admits it has direct access to Facebook takedown portal where it can flag content for censorship. Understand, New Zealand, they had to admit about it, right? So there's a portal, meaning a program that has direct access to censor videos and take down videos, and governments have access to it. So when you have a post up and you're wondering like, how's it getting flagged? This and that. Listen, no tinfoil shit. The government is watching you. You know what I mean? They are 100% watching you, and they are in control of social media. I know you think you out there saying your opinion and no one's gonna hear it. Blah blah blah. No. You are being monitored. And not just monitored by a private company, you're being monitored by government entities. You know what I mean? So let's get right into it. New Zealand's government has officially admitted that it has partner access to Facebook's controversial content takedown portal. Partner access. Just keep that in mind. This portal is designed specifically for government agencies to flag content to Facebook for censorship. And this is according to an intercept, which was reported on the portal in October, right? So government partners can also use the portal to report disinformation directly to Facebook. And in a recent response to a New Zealand Official Information Act request, right? So that's the same thing as the U.S. has a FOIA request, a Freedom of Information Act request, other governments have it too, right? There was asked whether the government have partner access to Facebook's takedown portal, and the New Zealand government confirmed that the Department of Internal Affairs has access. While this was only a government department that was confirmed to have access to the portal, you know, the OIA response also said we cannot advise if any other government agency has access to the takedown portal. Right now, a few things that get a little sticky here, right? So the person who was in charge of the censorship for for Twitter is under fire too, right? So that's Facebook. Facebook made government portals for their site to take down anything that go against them or anything they deem, that can hurt them, right? That's Facebook, right? And let's get on to Twitter, right? So the former Twitter executive Vijay Gandhi, who was appointed advisor to President Biden's Department of Homeland Security in 2021, played a key role in suppressing the Hunter Biden story, right? So understand this: the person who was in charge of censorship, this is before Elon took over Twitter, the person who was in charge of censorship for Twitter was also an advisor for President Biden. just so you see this tech marionette, just so you can see who's controlling social media, right? So you thinking what you're saying is free and you can say what you want, and just understand that the government is controlling social media, not just on social media, not just taking part, controlling. Let's get into this real quick, because we got to do this from the bunker. You know what I mean? So former Twitter exec Vijay Gandhi, who was appointed advisor to President Biden's Department of Homeland Security in 2021, played a key role in suppressing Hunter Biden's story a year earlier, right? It says Twitter owner Elon Musk has revealed that under the previous management regime, former Twitter legal, policy, and trust safety lead Vijay Gandhi played a key role in censoring the infamous Hunter Biden laptop story. And understand this Hunter Biden laptop story was one of those stories that was basically could have made Joe Biden lose the presidency. So now we know that they purposely had that story suppressed. So anytime anyone brought up anything about it, censored. Anytime you typed in Hunter Biden laptop, your post got flagged, right? This is the kind of control that government has on these social medias. It says not only did Gotti play a pivotal role in censoring a story alleging that Joe Biden and his son, Hunter, engaged in corruption and a scandal just weeks before the election, I saw Joe Biden ascend to the presidency. But after Biden became president, his administration appointed her to an advisory role on the committee that helped shape the Department of Homeland Security's misinformation and disinformation work that same year in December 2021. The Department of Homeland Security's misinformation and disinformation work has faced growing scrutiny and public backlash through 2022, most notably its Disinformation Governance Board, right, which was introduced April 2022. Now you have to understand, like, this is just a fun way of saying censorship, right? Like everything we do essentially is on social media, in this time and age, and just understand how integrated governments are and countries are. People are foolishly pulling out guns and talking about ops and all this nonsense. Meanwhile, government is controlling these agencies. They're controlling these social media networks. We are in a digital warfare also. Now, when you start lining all of it up, you'll see that all of your social media is run by government, right? Last week we talked about TikTok and how they've been hiring government agents to run their shit, right? This week we're showing how Facebook and Twitter was being directed from the White House. It's over. Listen, there might be a time, I don't know exactly when, but there might be a time all this stuff is shut down. And we'll see who's in charge then. We'll see how protocols play out then. And we'll see that the only sanctuary is the ISUPK. That's the only sanctuary. Now listen, I gotta go because they might be watching me right now. That's the end of the war report from the bunker.
Yeah, check it out. 1-2. Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I know they watching Yawala. He gotta do what he gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But he's still able to tune in. Still able to tune in and put his brick in with the show. You know what I'm saying? So Most High in Christ with him, you know what I'm saying, and he'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Just keep holding it down. And you know what's going on. It's a digital war. You're being watched, you know what I'm saying, at all times. You know what I'm saying? So of course, in UPK, we already know how to conduct ourselves. But black man, woman, and child, make sure you conduct yourselves in a righteous way at all times. You know what I'm saying? That's the right thing to do and the best thing to do. You understand, Karab? You got something you want to say?
Oh no, listen. Yawala always does amazing work with the War Report. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, go any platform where you listen to audiobooks and anything, you listen to the War Report. From the listen, I forget what episode he started from, but it was episode probably like 15 to onward. Go listen to the War Report. You know what I'm saying? Catch up. Drink of the week. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Prata. Play that. We can play that. Don't stop. Play that.
Most High in Christ, the man of the hour. You know what I'm saying? Big up one man, Paratazar, representing Yonkers, New York, also 500, holding it down. Yo, Yala, you good out there? Most High in Christ. We got to do the drink of the week real quick. You know what I'm saying? We won't give you a digital drink, Carl. We're gonna give you a digital drink. Most High in Christ. I'll take this right here. Most High in Christ. Yeah, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. We're gonna get into it real quick. I know we run down on the time real quick, so we're gonna seconds. Come on over here, brother. Yeah, come on over here. Don't be nervous and scared. No, I'm gonna sound like UPK. You ain't scared. Most High in Christ. Here you go, brother. Well, Yashron can wait for this, and he just said, "Drink of the week, finally." Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. So we're gonna get into it real quick. The drink of the week is sponsored, of course, by my man, Officer 500, Paratas out of Yonkers, New York. Holding it down. The brother does his due diligence when it comes to the grains and the wheats and fruits of the liquor. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna check them out and see what's going on real quick. So let's get into it, Paratas.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Is it good for you?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah, this is I.C.E. I'm Precinct Officer Parataza. Right now, you know what I'm saying? We're in the drink of the week. You know what I'm saying? The most important, you know what I'm saying, that we promote is drink responsible. Drink responsible, always drink responsible. In spite of everything that was going on with blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know that it's tough outside. You know what I'm saying? I know it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Every day, you know what I'm saying? We're grinding, so on and so forth. But, you know what I'm saying? We always drink responsible. You don't want to be a filthy drunkard. You always want to drink responsible or not, you know what I'm saying? Or not drink. If you think, you know what I'm saying? If you think that you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You have to drink, you know what I'm saying, to go to sleep or, you know what I'm saying, or relax. But this going on all day, every day, you know what I'm saying? Go to ICPK.com, stroll down, look for the numbers as close to you, and we will help you with that. Because that's the reason why we're here. Right. You know what I'm saying? We teach our brothers and sisters how to drink responsible. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, go out, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to go out and get drunk. You know, we want to enjoy what we're drinking. You know what I'm saying? We want to enjoy the company. We wanted to make this a great experience, responsible, as you know what I'm saying, as we promoting I.C.E. Right now, you know what I'm saying? So right now, you know what I'm saying, right now we get the drink of the week is an Irish whiskey. You know what I'm saying? It's an Irish whiskey, you know, triple distilled, you know, pretty much is 80%, you know what I'm saying, 40% by volume. And it's pretty much this whiskey is pretty much for the beginner. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too heavy, nothing too smoky. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much down the line. You know what I'm saying? It's a blended whiskey. It's a blended whiskey. So the least amount of years. Go ahead, sir.
Just for the people that may not know, like myself, what's a blended whiskey? What does that mean?
Oh, a blended whiskey, and I was about to break that down. A blended whiskey is it have different types of whiskeys in it. It's not a single malt. You know what I'm saying? It's made by us. You know what I'm saying? Just one batch. You know what I'm saying? One kind of whiskey. This one was blended. So a single, just like this is the age statement. You know what I'm saying? It's a 3-year-old. That's what we're dealing with. But with a blended whiskey, you know what I'm saying? The least amount of years would be the standard, which, you know what I'm saying, what makes a whiskey. So it would be 3 years old. But you have a 20-year-old in there. You know what I'm saying? You have a 15-year-old in there. You know what I'm saying? You probably have a 50-year-old in there. You know what I'm saying? And they look and they put these whiskey together, look for a nice, good flavor profile. Huh? No, depending on it, because a lot of people don't like blended on whiskeys because it's so different. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different things going on, but you got to be able to do it. You got to be able to master a blended whiskey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have, you know, that person. You know what I'm saying? You heard of it? That person that walks. You know that dude. That, you know what I'm saying? His name start with a J and he walks. You know what I mean? That's a blended whiskey, and they make damn good whiskeys right here. And this is also a blend Irish. You know what I'm saying? This is an Irish blended whiskey right here.
Now, Slockett, if I may, I heard you say, Ottawana, this is a beginner whiskey. Now, is this the type of drink you can sit down and study with, or you can just go chill at a nice setting at a jazz club or at a party, or is it all around, sir?
Well, pretty much all whiskeys is like that to me.
Damn right. Damn right.
Huh? It's what he just said.
They're all around?
Yeah, just sit and chill. This one right here is light. You know, usually I go with the more mature. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thing. But if a person, like, you know what I'm saying, want to try, you know what I'm saying, whiskey for the first, want to try whiskey for the first time, this, you know what I'm saying, this won't destroy your palate. You know, it's light. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go in. It got good notes. It won't be that heavy. You know what I'm saying? The heavy to mature. You know what I'm saying? Mature type of whiskey. If a person for the first time just want to taste the whiskey, I would give them something like this.
Damn right.
You know, I would give them definitely something like this. So we're gonna go in right now. We're gonna shake it because we definitely got to shake the legs. We got to see how them oils coming down. So as you can see right here, you can see the legs is not that thick. You know, it's not a lot of oil. That's why I say it's a very light whiskey.
Now,
so,
if I may, when you say the legs, and I'm paying attention to the oil, what am I looking for? That's going to make
you're looking for how thin or how thick. How the, you know what I'm saying? How, as you can see, is coming down.
Come on, sir.
It's coming down. Usually, when it's like really thick leg, it would be a lot slower, and you will see that oil, you know what I'm saying, present itself. Usually it takes a long time for them oils to settle for this one, because it's, you know what I'm saying, it's a beginning whiskey. It's a beginning whiskey. It's come across, like the legs that you see, it's come across more like water. It's come across more like water. So we look at got a good tint on it. Usually the tint right now is you know, they do use color flavor, you know what I'm saying, to broaden the horizon. But that still don't take away the taste.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's still got you know what I'm saying, a good color to it. But you know what I'm saying, usually you know, food color and so on and so forth.
So we're gonna do it?
Yeah, we're gonna go in with the nose, right? Let me
see
right there, yeah. See, and you know the thing is that try not to sniff in deep. Just slowly sniff, because you're gonna get that alcohol background, you're gonna get a little burn.
If I may, sir, I detect some spice to it besides the alcohol. Like not strong but medium.
Yeah, it's a medium. It's a medium setting, floral. It's floral, it's light. You know what I'm saying? The backdrop is smoky, but there's not a lot of smoke. Hey, I'm coming across, and if I may, you know, I'm coming across like citrus. So it's more like a lime or ketone. with I got it's more like the spice. The spice is a little different. You know what I mean? The spice I'm getting is more like not fenugreek. Is more like what am I looking for? More like a mustardy, like a mustardy. You know what I'm saying? Not fennel. It's not no licorice. It's a musky. I'm getting like a more like a. If you ever, you know what I'm saying? Because I also cook and I deal with a lot of spices. So that's what I'm getting. A little, you know what I'm saying? But it's light. So we're gonna go in. You know what I mean? I'm going for yeah, Shala. I'm gonna go in.
Yeah, Shala.
Damn right.
Damn right.
So when you're drinking it, try to keep it on the tongue to look for that little, just a little burn. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Get it on the tongue, you know what I'm saying? Wish it around your mouth. Get a little burn so you can taste those flavors.
Salakia, sir, if I may. And keep in mind, I know that you've taught me a lot about, being able to enhance my palate and become a more sophisticated drinker. But I wanted to see if you could kind of enlighten the audience on the depth of your palate, like the different things that you're looking for and how to identify them when you take a sip.
Oh, and that's a good question. What I do is I tell people your life experience. That's, you know what I'm saying, those are the identity notes. Things that you ate in the past, things that you smell. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's palate is different. That's why I say it's your life experience. Because right now with me, like I said, this is a light, you know what I'm saying? This is a light whiskey. So, you know what I'm saying? I would describe the whiskey that, you know what I'm saying? I would tell, you know what I'm saying? I would tell that sister, you got to eat a little bit more. You know what I mean? You're looking, you know what I'm saying? You're too light for me.
Right. Right.
And I would feed you, I would because you right. But it's workable. You know what I'm saying? She a little zesty because on the back end there's a nice little burn at the back end. At the back end, a little bit tardiness on the back of the tongue. But she is sweet. But that's at, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning. But if you get on her nerves, she don't like you. So you got to get back, you know what I'm saying, get back in her graces. But this is what I get. The taste, you know what I'm saying, I get the spice. So the spice right now, I'm getting well, I have to say a white pepper. I'm getting like a bitter white pepper.
Most line great.
I'm also getting a little hint of cinnamon, more like allspice.
You don't get no nutmeg in there, a little nutmeg?
There's no nutmeg in there.
No nutmeg?
No, there's more like an allspice, but on the back end. You know what I'm saying? On the back end, but it definitely have bitters in the front. You know what I'm saying? From the barley. So that's what I'm also again. I got to go back in. I got to go back in.
Oh, son of Christ.
If I may, you hit the nose on the butt when you say you gotta take your time on it. Don't keep visiting. Don't bother that. Mm-hmm. You're right on that, sir.
So right now, on the second when I'm going in, so on the tip on the side of the tongue, close to the front, that's where I'm getting a little bit of citrus, something more like how can I say this? More like a sour orange. I'm getting a sour orange.
A sister asks, "What are you sipping on? What is that?" Now we don't do name brands, but what are you sipping on? What is that?
Well, I can describe the bottle. Maybe I can describe because I'm looking for how to usually I say it without saying it. So you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. We do read. You know what I'm saying. The King James. You know what I'm saying? The King James Bible, we do read it. And we know, you know what I'm saying, in King James, you know what I'm saying, also, you know what I'm saying, he had a family. He had a lot of, you know what I'm saying, he also had sons, daughters, you know what I'm saying? And he could go down and, you know what I'm saying, walk on green grass,
You taking a long, you going, riddles and shit. Yeah, that's what that. I'm trying to solve that one like the King James. I'm trying to solve that one. Like, damn.
But one thing, Salakia, one thing that the officers taught me.
If I may, it rhymes with Mamerson.
Word. Mamerson. Yeah, what was you gonna say, Har?
Now, I was gonna say just to the people out there who's taking it all in. One thing the officer has helped me with in being able to develop my palate is being able to make a distinction between what you first taste and then what you after taste. And that's just that's like an elementary version of developing your palate. But if you can identify things that you taste initially, and then after you actually let it go down, identify what you taste afterwards, you're starting to get a better distinction of developing your palate. You know, and then
There you go.
be able,
All right, go ahead, Har. Slack it, brother.
no, slack it. You'll be able to start making start developing your palate and really understanding all the different flavors. Because Precinct Officer Paratazai is a master. Like I've sat down with him and experienced many different drinks and spirits, and he's able to identify. I'm talking about just paint beautiful scenes. Like it's
right.
He'll be like it's a sunshine day and a butterfly just went by.
Right.
You know, he has a very sophisticated palate. But one thing that I did learn is, when you do take your time, and when you do take time to experience all those different flavors and all those different things, it becomes more of a sensory experience for you as opposed to just guzzling down liquor.
Right. Absolutely. I definitely agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Especially in regards to the magnificent riddles the brother puts together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The brother, like, what's that you sipping on? It's a burnt crepe. And with a touch of car tire. And it floats in the river. And I'm like, what? So what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
but he brings it all around full circle. Like,
right.
No, saying?
Right.
No sign credit.
I've seen him give entire personalities to any individual sip. He'll take a sip. Officer Paratazai will be like, she's from the projects, but
right.
credit.
Right.
You know, like he'll give all attributes to each sip.
What most sign Christ? No, look, the sister got a question for you. What about some good? What is that right there? You see the question up there?
What about a good? What is that?
How you pronounce that? Ania? I don't know. I'm not a heavy. I'm not a.
I don't know what that is.
I think that's a tequila, right, sis? Is that a tequila? Sis, is that a tequila? I think it's a tequila. My palate has came along. There you go. That Erkin drink, forget it. You ain't had no palates. Your palates are burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, sis, that's Ross. The Erkin drink, your palates are burnt out. Them things is done. You got to get a palate lift. Yeah, your palates are out of here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you just drank. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you, girl. That Urca drink got me too. My palates are burnt out.
I mean, I should do teach drink responsible.
Absolutely.
So so on and so forth. Don't try to and I know our people have been crushing being down into powder. You know what I'm saying? And we got it tough in this kingdom, but we can still be responsible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can still be responsible and be example to to the brothers and be example to the brothers and sisters. Also, and remember, liquor dehydrates you. So still try to after when you have a nice little glass of whiskey, give yourself a bottle of water. Drink.
Did you say water? Did you say water?
Yeah, I said water. Give yourself a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a body water. Get hydrated. Drink response. Don't try to drink. You know what I'm saying? Drinking access, so on and so forth. And wait.
Damn
and
right.
enjoy the company. Enjoy the company. You know what I'm saying? Of the of the Akim. Enjoy the company of Aquathium. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the company of your wife. Enjoy each other company because that's what that's what it's here for. You know, and we are adults. We are adults.
Most High in
We
Christ.
are adults. But I just want to get this one scripture. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get this one scripture out. You know what I mean? So it's what is Ephesians
5:18.
5 verse 18.
No, I take care of it. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 18. Be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Be not drunk with wine.
So it's saying that be not drunk with wine. Don't go out there, you know what I'm saying, wine, strong drink. Be responsible. So don't be drunk. Don't be drunk. Be responsible. Read on.
Wherein is excess.
So don't go out and try to drink everything in the bar. Try to drink all the liquor just that day. You know what I mean? That's access. Drink, you know what I'm saying? Drink the entire, you know what I'm saying? Drink like 3 bottles of wine. And you know what I'm saying? In a 15-minute period. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We drink responsible. We don't.
But be filled with the Spirit.
But be what?
Filled with the Spirit.
That's what you know what I'm saying? That's what ISU became. We are filled with the Spirit. What is, you know what I'm saying? What is, you know what I'm saying? What is the Spirit? The spirit of a vibe. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's showing you that our vibe is to drink responsible. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit right there. We got to be in that spirit. You know what I mean? We got to be in, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I'm a responsible man. That's right. Yes, I like the wine. I love the strong drink. But I'm in the spirit of the Most High God, and I follow these laws, statute, commandments. So I'm not going to be a drunkard.
And if I may, real quick, to elaborate on that spirit part, you know, no matter what we do in life, we want to make sure that we're filled with the Spirit. Never let nothing distract you from doing the will of the Most High God.
Damn right.
Let nothing stop you from doing that ever. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? If you drinking, it's fine. It's cool. It's good to drink. That's why I say don't drink to get drunk, because you won't be doing the will of God. You'll be, next thing you know, you're going to be waking up, sis. You're going to be waking up sore in a hotel somewhere because somebody done tore you to pieces and left you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be sore and confused with a headache in some motel somewhere. And now, brother, you're going to be in the clinic somewhere wondering how these measles came up on your testicles. You know what I'm saying? Because you done drunk too much, and now you did what you wanted to do. Don't drink too much. Even if you get a little saucy, always keep the will of God in the front, back, and middle of your mind.
Right.
You understand? Always stay in the spirit, no matter what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, you just stay in the spirit. That's all I want to say on that. You understand what I'm saying?
It's like, if I may, we still haven't had the opportunity to have that whiskey versus cognac battle.
Bomb that. Is that a challenge?
Yeah, I think we definitely need to move forward.
I think he's jet lagged. He's behind time.
Them oppressors getting to you out there in Nevada, brother.
Something is going on with my fine brothers. There is no competition.
Here we go.
If you do want the competition, you know where I'm at.
All right, listen to the brothers and sisters in the chat, the ones that's left in the chat. We about to get out of here, but the ones that's left in the chat, we want to do a cognac versus what? Whiskey? Or is it scotch? Is it whiskey? A cognac versus whiskey versus. That's what we want to do on the show.
Right.
Tell me what y'all think out there. Yay, nay? Should we do it? What y'all voting for? I mean, what's going on? Cognac versus whiskey. What do y'all think out there? Come on with it.
And if I may, sir, real quick, I was once a cognac drinker.
Right.
Many episodes ago, that was me that got converted by the man above me right here.
You don't have to talk. You don't have to talk about my miracles.
Now,
don't tell nobody about the miracles.
Don't tell anybody about the miracles.
If you bring a cognac, if you bring something top shelf cognac, you a bad man. Let you know right now.
Listen. I'm getting you back on the team. Like you
We need a judge that don't really drink like that to say which one would you drink. Because a
Right.
nigga that drink like myself, I'm like, yo, they both pretty good to me. Yo.
Right.
I don't
Well,
know. I
well,
can't tell.
what I'm hoping that we could do. Well,
Say it again, Hard.
What I'm hoping that we could do is we could have like a 3 to 4 judge panel. It's going to be a blind test. So you're not going to know what's in your cup. It's going to be like the Coke and Pepsi challenge. You take one sip, take a little water, clean your palate, then take a sip of the other, and then make your choice. And at the end, we'll tally up the points, and he sees the man. And the winner, the winner of it gets to choose their drink of the week for a month straight on the show.
Oh, we challenging. He's coming.
Yeah.
He's coming. Oh, okay.
I do not negotiate with terrorists.
Most High in Christ. Okay, well, listen. Now, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I won't answer at this moment.
Oh, come on now. Hold on now. Hold on now. Huh? Hold on. Don't backpedal on me now. Okay, Most High in Christ. All right. Well, Har, listen. I think if, looking at the brothers and sisters in the chat, you know, I think we're gonna put that together. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna put that together. That might be a special edition of Let It Be Known, because we need everybody to let it be known which one's better. You know what I'm saying? Cognac or whiskey. Right. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need somebody to help you out with the taste test, and let a brother know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with Most High in Christ, y'all, I think we should do that. That's a very good idea. You know what I'm saying? But a month straight, okay, Hard's bringing it. He ain't playing. That nigga, he's in Nevada. He's gambling for real, for real. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Listen, you got anything else?
Comic-Con. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, I just want to say this, and this is the number one thing that I always say. Just drink responsible. You know, if you're going, you know what I'm saying, if you're going through it, you know what I'm saying, go to ICEBK.com, you know, scroll down, look for the number that's close to you, you know, because don't try to do this by yourself. That's right. Don't try to do this by yourself. You know what I'm saying? We out there, we running, we scratching, you know what I'm saying? We depressed. We don't look, you know what I'm saying? We don't know where to go. We go to the bottle. We go, you know what I'm saying? We go to drugs, you know what I'm saying? We go to women, so on and so forth. And that's no good. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying? This is the home of the truth. We show brother, and we're here to help our people. Right. Drink responsible. Baba,
Just to add on to what you're saying, listen, out to the brothers and sisters that's listening, this is, you looking at discipline, man. This is all fun and games to us. You know what I'm saying? This is just, you know, something that we do. But listen, as the brother said, listen, do not, if you get depressed, you're upset, you know what I'm saying? You got some anxiety problems, you're lonely, whatever the case may be, whatever problems you may have, do not turn towards the bottle. You know what I'm saying? Right. Do not turn towards the bottle at all. Like I said, this is something that, you know, we just having fun with, something that we do. We've overcame these certain vices in our life. You know what I'm saying? So we can joke like this, but this is not to promote drinking or to promote anybody to self-medicate, whatever the case may be. If you have an issue or problem, you contact the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you understand? And you get the proper counsel you need, and you get the proper guidance you need to overcome whatever it is you're going through. But whatever you do, do not turn towards the bottle. This is something that we're disciplined enough to do. You understand what I'm saying? So just wanted to elaborate on that and just to piggyback off what the brother had just said, because that's extremely important.
If I could, real quick, right? Even if you're listening, even like we got Cross the Line or Let It Be Known or other platforms we out there, email us. Sometimes people might be afraid to even speak on the phone, and typing might be their best bet. Email us. Email one of us you want to talk to. You know what I'm saying? We talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Give you some type of guidance so you can at least come in or try to fight that demon. We have so much avenues where you can get counseling. It doesn't necessarily always have to be on the phone, because as you know, brother, listen, the number one scared thing to do is what? To speak on the street. Right. People hate speaking on the street, but guess what? You love talking on the phone or texting. Well, listen, we can text you too. We can email you too. So don't think there's not an avenue for you to be reached or heard at. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to add that.
Sign Christ.
Y'all, listen, y'all. Hoya Allah. Boy, I see you touch the bricks again, man. We're gonna get busy. You know what time it is.
Come with con, sir.
Well, it's good to see you, man. I'm glad you're safe out there. Hold it down and watch it, look around. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Word. Make sure everything's good out there. You know what I'm saying? To the brothers out here, Officer Karab, my main man, 5,000 out there. Officer Sharga Pun holding it down. Officer Paratazal, Officer Yashua Miala, you know what I'm saying? We are Let It Be Known. You know what I'm saying? We holding it down, y'all. Until next time, be safe. Hold it down, stay strong, y'all. Shalom, Israel.
Give me Exodus 4:22. And how in the hell did you try to take this Bible and use it for everything? You stupid as hell. You dumb as hell. This Bible is what's going to condemn you. Because this is the book of the right. You should have destroyed this book, you dumb so-called white people. Instead of going around and trying to use the Bible is the book that's going to destroy your world.
Excuse me, everyone, I have a brief announcement to make. Jesus was black, Ronald Reagan was the devil, and the government is lying about 9/11. Thank you for your time and good night.
Shalom, Ak. Shalom, Ak. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Barakathah. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Barakathum. No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they phone, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that road, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goal, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow.
Hey, who shall be smalls? If we don't get them, they gon' get us all. And I'll be damned if I just sit back while my people fall. There is no contestant when we all in this together, so let's come together now so we can end this shit forever. I don't wanna go to school, I'd rather read up on my enemies and study all the methods used to kill my people mentally. Sex, money, and drugs is destroying our identity, and this ain't nothing new. This shit been going on for centuries. Instead of fighting for rights, we should have been fighting for our land. Now we fighting for the man. They'll go right into their plan. And I'm sick of this. It's ridiculous how the government is such hypocrites. They make the laws, then break the laws. How serious should I take the laws? My blood, homie, I take the laws. This family first, worst come to worst, and I die for mine. Me and my niggas, we charged up like alkaline. We strapped up like Caliban. When it's wartime, I'm on the front line. Facts life, I'm acting like I was born again. It's the afterlife.
No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they phone, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that road, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goal, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Check it, get your life right, cause this the last call. Christ coming back and he's gonna judge us all. It can happen while you shopping, walk around the mall. Where you from, where you at, Babylon will fall. Lose your head by the sword or obey his laws. You hear them drum beats? We in the midst of war, but it's a holy one. I speak the holy tongue. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Barakathum. I got the most high power, I ain't need a gun. I'll be out here repping till his kingdom come. His bread's for the children, you can't get a crumb. Yeah, they hear me, they ain't feeling where I'm coming from. But lottie-dottie, fuck everybody from the Catholic Church to Illuminati. Christ coming back, now the Anunnaki trying to warn the people, but they tried to knock me. What you thought that I wasn't gonna throw my voice in? Fuck all of y'all, white Jesus poison. No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they phone, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that drone, locked up, they're buried in a hole. They wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goal, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they close, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that drone, locked up, they're buried in a hole. They wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goal, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow.
Ow!
Mm-hmm. You're having that dream where you made the white people riot, weren't you?
But I was telling the truth.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, Billy man shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga. Okay, when Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening. Is effective. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jackie. So time war, we gonna run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't all who got the gun, it's all who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chains. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.